says he's going to instantly return them when he gets them.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you believe him?
Yeah. He's going to return them.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Jess, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I know you wanted to cough, but you held it back.
I held it back. Yeah, it's good to be back, guys. Thanks for having me. I made it back from vacation. I want to say it's good to be back, but I already came home to some drama at the house that I had to deal with.
Just tell us about being a homeowner.
It's just struggles that I don't want to talk about, don't want to get into. There was a hole in my laundry room floor.
So on top of getting your siding fixed on the house, you now have to fix a hole.
Yes, I have to tear up that entire floor. Tear up the subfloor and just deal with it. So it's good to be back.
Well, on the bright side, once you get all these things done, you won't have to deal with them.
I'll have to deal with the payments.
You got
dealing
it.
with paying for it.
You got it.
All right. Yeah, I guess so.
When you got it, Ash. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But we are drinking another flavor of the Old Smoky Moonshine, and we have picked the Mountain Java flavor, and I am a fan.
So much better than last week.
Yeah.
Really?
The banana pudding was good.
No, it was good.
But this is good. This is great.
Mm.
This can be on a morning podcast.
Talk about smooth. Tim, I can't put it down.
I can't either. How you doing, Jess? Doing a little dance?
It's fine. It's fine. I'm trying to get better at the whole coughing situation. No, it's good. I like it. I think it's better. I would prefer it in shot form because it takes a little bit of that bite away at the end of it. But the taste is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do like it better than the
Banana pudding?
banana pudding. Yeah. Yeah. Tell you what, this would be nice in some coffee. You think you can mix it? I was like maybe a
it's
creamer.
Creamy. It's creamy, so you could probably mix it.
I don't know. Maybe in an iced coffee.
Mm.
We'll
Yeah,
experiment.
You can do that.
I bet if you put ice cubes in that, it would be good.
Ooh. I could experiment a little
Fridge
bit.
is only 10 steps away,
Yeah,
my
it is.
friend.
Maybe when we refill in the middle, I'll see what I can do about it.
So last night, Ashton and Dan were having some margaritas with instead of salt
Mango
on the rim, mango margaritas with tahini.
Yeah, he said you
On
guys
the rim.
had the tahini on it. And I was like, I wouldn't put it past him.
sprinkled around the rim. So Dan got one first, and as he's tasting it and talking to us, he just randomly at times puts his head down and licks the top part of the glass and is like looking right at us while he's doing it.
Oh, Jesus.
It was quite
Interesting.
the atmosphere.
Yeah. Where'd you guys go again? Texas Roadhouse?
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
They would not seat us till all three of us were there.
Wow.
And I mean, it was busy, but it wasn't like
I think
where we had to
highly of
wait.
themselves.
But we probably waited a good 30 minutes. I waited a good 45 because I was there before both of them.
Jeez.
But yeah, they wouldn't seat us. And then
Let me guess Dan was the last one there?
yeah, but to be fair,
It wasn't his fault.
We told him 6:30, and Ash left work a little earlier, so we just went right
just hung
there. And
It still took me 33 minutes to get there from Hudson Bridge, but
Yeah, that's insane.
yeah, no, those drinks were good.
he had a gin drink, then he switched to the margarita because he liked it so much.
I don't remember what that was called either.
What was in it?
Even though it had that, it was pink Minute Maid lemonade.
Mm.
It really just tasted like lemonade.
And then I just had beer. I was just feeling beer.
Yeah.
But
So overrated, do you think?
overrated. I didn't really like the way they cooked their steak, and I didn't like the mac and cheese. No flavor.
I don't like
disagree?
that.
The
disagree?
green beans were good, but that was about it.
The appetizers were good,
The
Tim.
appetizers
You
were
liked the
good.
bread.
But it was nothing crazy. Like I'd rather go to Miller's.
Okay.
No, I can't disagree with that. I like the butter there. They have a really sweet butter. It's not even this. The bread is really good, in my opinion. I think it's the butter that makes it. But I'm with you. I guess it's overrated. I don't hear a lot of people raving about it. So
Your boy will rave about it every
Yeah?
day of the week.
I don't like the atmosphere. I don't like the loud country
Do they still
music.
dance?
And they dance.
they do. I thought they stopped doing
They
it.
danced yesterday.
Wow. You don't like the dancing?
I don't. It's in the middle of when we're eating. It's just right there.
Yeah, it's kind of obnoxious. They do that on the cruise every dinner right before dessert. The whole restaurant dances for like a minute and a half, and you're like, I want my dessert.
Did you join in?
No, of course not. Savannah did one night, but I didn't.
I forgot you weren't drinking, so
Yeah,
that probably would stop you.
No, I did it at the Halloween dance party. Like the last night we were there, I did a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just because she was like trying to get me to all week. So I did, but other than that, no. I'm not a partaker. I'm a sit back and watch kind of guy.
So you were on a cruise all week, as you said.
Yeah.
How was it?
Overall, it was amazing. It was a really, really good vacation. Yeah. I like cruises because you don't have to stick to a schedule. Once you're on the cruise, that's your vacation. You do what you want. You know, it's awesome.
Did you get off the cruise at all? Make any stops?
We went to Nassau on Wednesday. And we got off the boat at like 8 o'clock. Oh, I forgot about this. You guys will like this. So we got off the boat and nothing was open, basically. None of the like stores of like the little strip that you walk down. But so like people are opening the garage doors, and like doors are getting unlocked, and people turn on the music. And I cannot explain to you how I'm not exaggerating whatsoever. Right when they like turn on the music and stuff. When someone turns on the music, and all I hear is another one, and then the Khalid starts blasting through these streets of Bahamas. Man, I could not believe it. I was like, you guys are like following me everywhere I go. So like that was the first song, and it was blasting. People were singing it in the streets and stuff. It was ridiculous at 9 a.m.
Khalid or Khaled?
It's probably DJ Khaled.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
It
who
was
is.
that, and then I heard the other new line that I didn't know was a line from theirs. We the best music, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's DJ Khaled.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it was DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
We the best music.
Yeah. Like, what is going on here?
I love it.
Yeah. But now we walked around there for a little bit, and I hate going to those places because all you do is get berated by people.
I hate it.
It's obnoxious.
When I went to Nassau, I just could not wait to get back to the boat.
Yeah. I don't know. You haven't experienced this, I
Do
guess.
they make
right?
you get off the boat?
No.
When
No.
So you choose to get off.
Yeah. So you get off, and here's the thing. The whole town knows when the boats dock.
Yep.
So you get off the boat, and there's a line of, I'm not exaggerating, maybe 50 local people being like, excursion, where do you want to go? We have a taxi.
Yeah.
Everybody right in your face. Cigars, you want cigars? Hey, you guys want to see the local spots? Everybody. If you say no to one, the next person doesn't care. They berate you. It's obnoxious. So after the first time of me experiencing that, which when I was in like high school, I went with my family, I always knew that was coming and I hated it. So we got there, and I don't even talk to him anymore. You just keep your head down and just keep moving. And I had Savannah's hand, like just kind of dragging her through the place. And then once you get through it, nothing was open. So we went back on the boat and had like more food and stuff. And then at 11:30, we paid for an excursion, which took you to a private island called like Pearl Island or something. And then we went there, and that's when it was nice. Like it was a cool, secluded island, like blue, like water and like private beach and everything. You got food and everything. So that's the part I liked about it. But I never like cities like that, so I don't look forward to going to them. And then the next day we went to one of their private islands, Half Moon Cay, but we didn't even get off the boat because we got so much sun the night before. And we've both been to that island before. So we just stayed on the boat because nobody was on the boat.
This is your third cruise, right? As a couple?
Second as a couple, my fourth overall. Yeah.
I've been to Half Moon Cay. I liked it a lot.
I like the island, but once you've been a couple times, you know, I'm just like,
It's just kind of huts and beach chairs.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
had snorkeling or something like that, but
Mhm.
I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I liked it. Now, let me tell you, if you're Caucasian, you don't roll out on Half Moon Cay without sunscreen.
Yeah.
You will get lit up.
Yeah. The sun down there is like aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
I feel like I wouldn't leave the boat.
See, I liked not leaving the boat. On Thursday, almost everybody left the boat. So we were on the main deck, and on the main deck, they had this big projector screen, and they play movies throughout the day. So at noon, nobody was there. We got a spot in the shade, and they played the Addams Family movie because it was all like Halloween movies throughout the week. So for an hour and a half, we just sat and ate food, drank pina coladas, and watched the movie, and that was my favorite part of the vacation. It's always my favorite part. And then they'll play movies at night too. So at like 10:30 and at midnight, they'll do two other movies. They did The Black Phone one of the nights.
Wow.
which was kind of funny. They were having a some type of contest on the deck at like noon, and in the background, the black phone started playing, and no one knew. So for 45 minutes, there was no sound, but it was playing the black phone. And you remember that movie? It's dark. It's like a horror movie. So like nobody was saying anything, and then eventually it like shut off. So like I guess someone caught on to it. But for like most of the time, it was like this rated R horror movie in the background while they're like singing songs and the DJ's playing and stuff. It was super awkward. But yeah, that was my favorite part is when everybody gets off the boat, you can kind of do what you want.
Can you smoke on the boat?
There's smoking areas, yeah. Certain balconies and stuff.
Do they sell cigars on ship?
Also, you would like this. They do. Nice. They have a casino level, and the whole casino you can smoke inside.
Nice.
So you can like play blackjack and roulette and stuff and smoke. The thing is, when you're walking through it, you just can't breathe. It's like you hit a wall of smoke. All these old people on the roulette. On the slot machines and stuff, smoking. It was cool.
That's awesome.
I tried gambling every single night. I was trying to get to the roulette tables, but there was like lines of people every night. So I brought $200 in cash to like play with, and I didn't get to bet any of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Probably could have came home with a nice G bag.
Did you take Carnival?
Yeah, Carnival. I like Carnival, man. It's the whole cruise. It was $700 for both of us, which is a steal. And it's really not that bad. And then Royal Caribbean is like over double the price of that. It's a huge price jump to go to any other one. So I've always done Carnival, and I'm okay with it. I like it.
Yeah.
So I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it when I went on it. Something funny, Tim asked about being able to smoke. So they have duty-free shops on the boat. And when I went in high school, Micah still bought, him and Justin both, they bought just cartons of cigarettes at this duty-free shop, and they were thinking, man, we're getting this stuff tax-free. We're going to take all this home with us. When you get back in port, since you buy that technically in international waters, there's a customs limit of how many cigarettes you can bring back into the country. And so they realized this the day before we're getting back. And so for 24 hours, they were smoking as many of those cigarettes as they could, because what they couldn't get through, they were going to have to throw away.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Man, it was hilarious. I felt so bad because the two of them and Thomas and Donovan were all in a room together, and Thomas has asthma. The poor man, he had
to deal with it.
Yeah, it was bad, but
their cartons are buy 3 get 1 free, and they're $50 a carton.
Yep.
So I mean, you saw people walk in and buy 4 at a time and just walk out. I mean, like, and everything tax free. They have a liquor store on the thing that's tax free, and apparently they had an exclusive liquor bottle to Carnival. It was like a white Bacardi or something. I don't know exactly what it was. It was like an $85 bottle, but yeah, tax free. Everything on there.
Could have just bought a bottle and drank it the whole week.
I almost did, but I didn't want to deal with the whole customs thing in case I had to. I didn't even want to bother with it.
Yeah.
Cruises
are nice. I would definitely go on one again. The feeling of being just completely off the grid, I really enjoyed. I don't know if the ships have Wi-Fi, but they didn't have it when we went, so you literally could not use your phone.
I loved it. The only reason why we used it on Wednesday is because I paid for just the day, like through my cell phone carrier. You get like $10 for a day if you pick specific days, just to like catch up with, make sure everything's okay at home and stuff, and then we just turned it right back off again. But what's funny is I didn't text my parents. I didn't text Dan to see how Ellie was doing. I just texted you guys in the group chat a couple of times and then shut the phone back off. So I didn't even do anything what I was supposed to do. But I like, dude, cruises are awesome. I saw a couple like big friend groups, and I was like, man, I wish we can get like a whole friend group to go on one of these cruises. It'd be super fun, man. Because then you all dine together at night. Like you get a big, massive table like this, 8 to 10 people.
One day, if we can coordinate it.
Yeah, that's the thing, getting everybody's schedule and stuff. But it's a lot of fun. And you can bring liquor on.
You can?
Everybody can bring one bottle, and then a bottle of wine, and then there's like ways that you can sneak on.
So you didn't want to
liquor.
bring anything when you went on?
No, not really. We did last time, and we didn't end up drinking any of it, so I just didn't even want to bother. Stop looking at him. What?
I'd be chugging
I
all
know
week
you
if it
would.
was a cruise.
I know
you kidding
you
me?
Yeah.
And there are drink cards you can buy where I don't know if it's everything's free, but I know that there's items that are free but it's expensive.
It's $50 per person per day.
Yeah.
And if you're in a cabin, everybody has to get it.
Right.
So they don't cheat it.
Right.
So you can pitch, like if it's just you and say it's you and Hannah in a room, it'd be $100 per day for 5 days.
I'd get my money's worth.
It'd be $500.
But the problem is she doesn't drink. So if I was to get
Exactly.
it, she has to get it?
You have to get it. You have to do it per room.
So ditch her and take me.
Or, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or we just say we're in a room together. Like you two say you're in a room together,
Yeah.
and just don't be. But there's workarounds, but
$50 a day is not bad for someone who will drink like 4 or 5 drinks a
yeah,
day.
and you can tell a lot of people had them. The
Yeah.
first night there was this drunk chick in the main lobby.
So you
like,
just carry
belting.
a card and you just go up to the bars and
It's
just...
connected to your room key is your like credit card for the week.
Gotcha.
You attach your credit card to it, and then when you swipe it, you tell them you have a drink pass, and they just look at it and verify it, and then you get whatever you want all week. Yeah. For people who drink, it's worth it. $50 is really not. That's 3 drinks.
Yeah.
Especially on a cruise.
It's really not that bad, especially like when you have nothing to do all day.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But you can tell the people who took advantage of it. There was tons of people.
24-hour ice cream bar, too.
That's true.
Can you get anything 24 hour? Like food, drinks?
No, you used to be able to. Now there's only one thing open. There's pizza 24/7, and then there's ice cream. But
weird.
then certain
Weird
hours
combo.
now. And you tell me if you remember this. Did you have to pay for room service when you went in high school?
No, but you were expected to tip them.
Right. When I went, you didn't have to pay for room service. I didn't know about the tip thing. Me and Adam ordered like 8 cakes a day, and we never tipped. Now you have to pay for room service. Everything is charged now. And I told Savannah that, and she's like, that's normal. And I was like, it's not normal. It used to be room service was free before like midnight. And then there was like a charge midnight to 6 a.m. or something like that. But now you had to pay for everything.
Maybe it's because people were not tipping.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe people like me. Yeah.
it
But I
probably
was
is.
like, I was 16 when I went to my first one. I didn't know you had to tip people. Because they would sit and wait at the door, and you were just like, thanks, and shut the door.
Yeah, when I went, someone figured out that they would iron your clothes for you and bring them back. And so every night we would ring them up
Yeah.
to iron our clothes, and it was like T-shirts and shorts.
See, now now they have a room for that. They don't do that anymore, I guess.
Oh,
They told us where the room was. They do your laundry, though. If you like run out of laundry they give you a bag when you check in the morning, the first day, and a little list. And if you need stuff like dry cleaned and stuff, they'll do it for you. That's the only other difference that I noticed.
Interesting.
Yeah. A lot of stuff has changed since I went on my first one. You could tell they're kind of like adapting and doing stuff. And what was really funny was all week the workers are wearing masks indoors. The last day they announced that they don't have to wear masks anymore. So for the last dinner, we saw our waiters' faces and stuff for the first time. We didn't even recognize them. But I was I felt bad because it was basically all summer they had to wear them until the last day of this one, But I guess it was a CDC thing they announced that they don't have to wear them anymore.
Well, at least that's all coming to an end.
Yeah.
If only someone would let Anime Weekend Atlanta.
Dude, I noticed that's coming up on my calendar. Is it next week?
Not next weekend, but the weekend after.
Right.
It's the one that I think Halloween's on a Monday, and it
Yes.
ends on Sunday the 30th.
Okay.
So maybe 2023.
Yeah.
But
we'll
hey, glad you had a good time, man.
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah. It was good. It was nice having a vacation with me and Savannah have not had a solo vacation since our honeymoon. So it was nice. I know. All the other
You've
times
had a vacation before
we've been
that.
to Jersey, but then we hung out with
Didn't
our
you go to the
family
cabin or something? You went to
Yeah, we
South
did that
Carolina or
for-
something?
We went to the cabin for a weekend. Yeah, I guess little ones like that. I forgot about.
Didn't you go to
Carolina.
South Carolina too?
You
Yeah.
stayed in a van or something, didn't you? A
Yeah.
trailer?
A trailer.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot about all of those. Savannah told me it was our first solo one since honeymoon, and I believed her.
Yeah.
What a liar.
Well, you have bad memory,
What a
so
liar.
Neither one of them know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
they
know
don't
more about their
they don't remember
vacation.
anything they do.
Didn't you do that? Yeah, you guys are right. Yeah, it was nice though. It was cool.
Listen, there's so many trips, it's just hard to keep up with.
Shut up. I texted Jake this morning. I missed a text from him. He was gonna buy a Lego or something. And I texted him this morning. I said, "Sorry, man, I was on a cruise." And he goes, "When are you not on vacation?" It's the first and only thing he ever texted me today.
Did you tell him about Brandon?
Oh, yeah. Navarro called me last week during the week, and I was like, why is he calling me? I'm at work. So I don't answer. I send him a message. I say, "What's up? I can't talk. I'm at work." And he says, "Do you know what happened to Jesse? He has his phone goes straight to voicemail." And I said, "Yeah, the man's on a luxurious cruise to the Bahamas." And he just texts back, "lame." And I was like, "Listen, you don't have to tell me."
Yeah, because we talk like 3 times a week when we're at work. That's funny. I guess I never told him I was going on a trip.
The man was worried about you. He calls me.
That's so funny.
Until I tell him you're on a cruise, and he doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, "Screw this. I'm not calling him no more."
Yeah, I texted him this morning because at that Lego sale that I texted you about, I sent him a bunch of stuff, and he was like, "Dude, where have you been?" And I guess I forgot to tell him. I don't know.
Well,
I will tell you another funny thing that happened on the cruise.
Yeah, tell us before you cough.
Yeah, drinking that. I'm telling you, this reminded me of it. So every night, a single like bartender would walk around with pre-made shots, and he'd walk by each table and like ask you if you want shots or not. And one of them, like normally they're big shot glasses. With this one, it was filled like halfway, but it looked, and the bottle he was carrying around was like a dark liquor. And I was like, that must be a strong drink. And he walks by and I smelled it and I started coughing. And Savannah goes, "Don't act like you just drank that." She was making fun of me for it.
I would have too.
I know. I started coughing just smelling it, man. It was like some dark rum. I don't know what the heck it was, but it was like spicy.
I don't know what it is about you and coughing when you drink the easiest drink, but
The easiest? That's a loose term.
it's an easy drink to
I
drink.
haven't coughed in this one yet.
You almost did.
Yeah, but I
And
didn't.
you were like,
I haven't coughed yet.
you're fighting it. Just do
I
it.
am fighting.
Just do it.
I might. That was my trip.
That's good. Other than not drinking alcohol, it sounds like a good time.
yeah.
I would go on event. I'm gonna have to go on one eventually because Hannah asks all the time.
Let's go, man.
So
Savannah was asking all week. She's like, once Hannah, gets out of school and she has money, I'm sure us 4 can do a cruise. I was like, oh.
Has
I was
money.
like, good luck getting Tim on a cruise.
has money. Don't make me laugh, Jesse.
That's what I'm saying. That's what she said, not me.
Well, that's good. I think we should start off with the sports.
You want to get right into it?
I want to get into the sports because
Really?
Yeah, it's been an eventful week for sports.
Yeah, catch me up. Before we get into the NFL. Do you want to touch on baseball real quick? Because I need to know. I missed every single game. I don't know who's knocked out, who's playing. Catch me up on all this.
So
How are the Yankees doing? How are the Braves doing? How are the Mets doing?
The Braves are not doing well.
No.
They lost game 1, won game 2, both of which were in Atlanta. They played game 3 in Philadelphia last night.
got smacked 9-1,
Lost 9-1.
and today they are
It was
1 out away from being knocked out.
yeah. So it's over for
It's somber time in Atlanta.
It's 8-3. They have 1 out, and then it's
bottom of
game's
the
over.
ninth or top of the
Top of the ninth.
Top of the ninth.
It doesn't
Wow.
matter, yeah.
Yeah.
Astros and Mariners are in the 4th inning, but the Astros will sweep them if they win today.
So remind me, in baseball, is it best of 5?
For
the playoffs.
in this series, but the World Series is best of 7.
Oh, okay.
Yankees and Guardians play at 7:30.
Guardians.
Guardians.
Who's the Guardians?
The Indians.
Oh, they were the Redskins?
Indians. The Cleveland.
They were the
Indians.
Indians. The Guardians.
Yeah. That series is tied 1-1, but they play in Cleveland tonight.
Oh,
So-
jeez.
And then the Dodgers and the Padres. The Padres are up 2-1 against the Dodgers.
Oh, that's good.
They can knock them out tonight.
Are the Dodgers a better team?
they're good. Yeah.
So if it'd be a major upset if the Padres.
Yeah.
Do they do it bracket style where like 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7? Or
Yeah, it's like the different seeds.
Okay.
Yeah. So if the Padres win tonight, they win, and they'll play the winner of the Braves Phillies.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, where're the Mets?
They're out.
The Mets lost to the Padres.
Going
Yeah.
into the playoffs?
Yeah, they didn't even make it.
Was that a wild card game?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
haven't talked to Dan yet.
I think they got,
Poor guy.
it was like 3-1 or 2-1 or something. Or
Dang.
yeah, they got
Do they only do one wild card game?
They do
or is
best
it-
It was
of five,
elimination.
Best of 3.
I thought that was elimination.
Best of 3.
Oh, okay.
Shorter? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Yankees, I can't help but notice we're all wearing a one Aaron Judge jersey.
All rise.
All rise, Tim.
Every one of us, we finally got our jerseys in.
It feels good.
After 6 episodes of talking about it.
I will
It's
say,
come.
though, mine is pretty wrinkly. I need to get it
Dry cleaned?
Yeah.
you do.
Why is it wrinkly?
It is.
What do you mean? Stand up. Give us a look. Oh, yeah. Is that just from being packed in the thing? Is this your first time wearing it?
Second.
Hmm.
But you can tell. It's just
Am I wrinkly?
You're all wrinkly.
there's some creases. Yeah, there's creases right there. Yeah,
It's not noticeable though.
but the way they package it, the way they fold it,
Yeah.
it's gonna be.
When I take mine, I'm gonna get my sleeves taken in too. I wanna get it fit a little nicer.
I don't.
It's that or work out, and I'm not working out.
Well, the only reason I say don't do that is because it's better to wear a jersey over a hoodie during the cold weather. And if you do that, it's gonna be
I like the way you think.
yeah, it's not gonna
Really?
be yeah. And they're gonna make it farther into the playoffs, so it's gonna be colder. You're gonna have to wear it
like-
over a hoodie.
Wow. Okay. You know what? I'll give it time.
Yeah, because that's the reason why I got a medium, because I want to wear it over a hoodie.
Well, let me know when you get it dry cleaned. I'll put mine with you.
Yeah,
I think it's only like $8 or $9, isn't it?
yeah. It's just the
Super cheap.
just going there. That's the hard
Yeah.
part.
well, you know what? Leave it here. I have a place right up the street that I usually take my suits to. Yeah, I'll just take it there. And we take our blanket there because it's too big to wash in a washing machine. The whole thing.
Well,
What?
When do
I
you
do-
wear suits?
The comfort.
I do want to get
The,
that away jersey though.
yeah,
I
you
like
do.
yeah,
the away
I really
jersey.
like that one too. Yeah.
I'm really scared to wear this one because I don't want to get anything on it.
Oh
at
man,
all.
you're telling me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you just take it to get it dry cleaned again.
I know, but and it's worse because it's white, so you're definitely gonna notice.
And you're only wearing it like to a baseball event party,
Which
you know?
is like-
It's drinking and snacks
Yeah.
and yeah.
Are we going to a Yankees Braves game next year?
Oh,
we should
Are you gonna wear a Yankees jersey?
or a Braves jersey.
I don't have a Braves jersey.
Well, by then, who knows?
If Aaron Judge is still on the Yankees, your boy's wearing the
Hey.
Yankees jersey.
Dude, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And the way they've got the schedule next year, every team plays every team. So the Braves and Yankees will play at some point.
Don't take this as stone, but I may have a hookup on a box seat.
Phillies are
possible.
officially moving on. Braves got knocked out.
I didn't need to hear that. Hey, listen, the last box seat you had the hookups with was sweet.
Yeah. it was
So
fun.
if you can, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Let me make some calls. We'll see what happens.
Make
Either
some
way, though,
calls.
it'd be fun to go to. I don't like. You know what? I'll take that back. I don't like baseball games, but if we were all going,
Yeah, it'd be
at
fun.
least to see the Yankees. Which do they even play the Yankees in a regular season?
Yes. Yeah, so next year they're changing the schedule to where every team in the MLB will play every team at some point.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. You think they released the tickets already?
I don't think so.
No. It's unfortunate.
We'll have to see the dates that they come.
The
and
nice
what
thing about
time.
baseball, though, is don't they only take like 3 or 4 months off
Yeah,
between seasons?
yeah. There's 182 games, 180
Yeah.
something games.
At least that was the old number that I remember.
It might be 162. It used to be a lot, but I think they shortened it after the whole.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't that because of the strike? Didn't they shorten it because of that or because of COVID?
That was the previous year, though.
I don't remember which one it was, but
Oh, wait, no, maybe it was this season that they were doing all that nonsense. Yeah,
I think-
because that
I
was
think it
back
was
in
this season.
March.
yeah, I think they were saying they were playing too much. Yeah,
Dude, imagine if Aaron Judge played every game if they didn't have that shortened schedule.
yeah.
We'd be talking about a different story right now.
Could be. So, yeah, the Braves are out. The Yankees, I think Tim's right. I think that they will keep going. But to be honest, I don't dislike Freddie Freeman, but I would like to see the Padres beat the Dodgers. I don't
I would too.
particularly like the Dodgers.
Not only that I don't like the Dodgers, I would like the better team to lose early in case we have to face.
Well, the problem
you know.
is not the Dodgers; it's the Astros.
Yeah.
Really? Are they like the number one team?
Well, the Astros are in our division, which we will play after this, and the Astros knocked us out the previous couple times.
Wow.
To get
who
to
are
the
they,
World
who are the
Series.
Astros playing right now?
They are playing the Mariners, but they are up 2-0 in the series. They are going to win tonight, probably. And the Astros are just so hated by everybody. I just don't like the Astros at all. And the Mariners had such a good shot to win the first 2 games, and they blew it in the 10th inning and the 9th inning, being up by 2-3 points.
So the
It's
schedule is out
ridiculous.
right now. And I am trying to pull the Yankees up. Oh, gosh, that's a lot of games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't look like a lot of doubleheaders back-to-back, though. Okay, August 14th through the 16th.
Wow. They're here?
Tim's early birthday. Yep,
Nice.
at the Braves. So let me pencil that in real quick. And we'll talk about it off air if we're going to go or not.
Sweet. Yeah. Man, that box would be nice because
So-
that's the hottest month of the year.
Yeah. It's Monday through Wednesday, so we're going to take a day off of work, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
As if I know that
Depending on
far
what
ahead.
time it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it starts.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. It could be a later game. I threw it in my schedule.
Might have to take the next day off of all the drinks we're gonna have at the game.
I don't think I want to drink in the sun at a.
We'll let him
Baseball.
drive.
Yeah, I'll drive.
Yeah, well,
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Well, unless everybody's drinking.
He'll have the new SUV by then.
Ooh, yeah, you will.
Yeah, we listened to the cabin trip on the way today, and Savannah looked at me right after you said we're taking the new whip. She goes, "No, you're not." I was like, "If it's all-wheel drive, we're gonna need it for the ice." And then she got quiet after, so I don't think it's a definite no, but it's not looking good.
Well,
We'll cross that bridge
You
when
know-
we get there, though.
it's give and take. You'll have to give her the Mustang for the weekend.
I mean, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. When she gets a new car, I'd rather drive the new car. It's a newer car. You know,
You'll have
the
heated
Mustang will be
seats.
4 years old at that point.
You might have heated seats.
Might. Are you kidding? Definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
So what was her honest feedback on the podcast?
She never has like opinions. She did say you talk quiet,
Yes.
which we've known. He took that to heart. I bumped you up. I wasn't even gonna say it, but I bumped you up.
I've always been that way, though.
Yeah, exactly. You're soft spoken.
Mm-hmm.
She did say by far you are the smart one of the group because of the books.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you could tell that you're like way above us when it comes to stuff like that.
Did she like the part with the spider?
Dude, I didn't even get to that.
Oh,
I must have been later in the podcast.
yeah. I think it was like 30 or 40 minutes in. Because that's when he was talking about the books.
We listened no, it was after the books because he put them down and then we talked for a while and then it came back up.
Yeah.
Because I told her about it, but we never got to it. I think we stopped for gas and then when we got back in, I started a different episode. I must have forgot about it. But no, we didn't get to that part because she was asking about it. That was hilarious.
Jesse said, guys, come on.
Yeah. Right in the middle of Ashton's conversation, there is a huge spider on my book bag right now.
I saw something move out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah.
And I looked down. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
my.
Only at the cabin. Yeah. So what else went on this week? Do you want to go through the NFL stuff?
So Tom Brady got fined $11,000 for kicking Grady Jarrett on the Falcons.
Which,
Wait, what?
it should have been a lot more than just a penalty. It should have been the game.
Why?
Did
What do you
not-
mean the game?
Did you not watch that game?
They forfeit the game?
No, not forfeit the game. The Bucks should have lost that game.
So there was a pretty awful roughing the passer call,
Yeah.
and it literally cost the Falcons the game.
On Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Dang, I need to catch up on all this stuff. Wait, when does he kick him? Bucks? Falcons?
It was Bucks and the Falcons.
If you just put in roughing the passer Tom Brady, you'll see
kick?
the
This
whole
was
play.
different, though. This was a different play. Grady Jarrett
Oh.
sacked Tom Brady, and while they were on the ground, Tom Brady kicks him.
I'm going to watch this after this ad. Give me a sec.
I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing
Oh,
great.
so that's the roughing the passer play?
No, it was
Okay,
it was
cool.
different. The roughing the passer was late in the fourth quarter. This happened like in the first or second quarter.
Damn it! Why don't they ever show a video? It's always a newscaster talking about it, and they don't even show it. Okay.
Ash, what's an ad?
I don't know, Tim. You know, when you have premium, you forget they even exist. He's choosing to ignore us.
He's zoned out.
No, I'm sorry. That wasn't a roughing the passer. Did he sack him?
Yeah.
And they called it a roughing
They
the
said
passer?
he threw him, but when he was rolling on the ground, it was kind of just like them rolling. It wasn't him throwing him.
Yeah, that wasn't a roughing the passer call.
I know.
Yep.
That was a stupid call.
And then there was another roughing the passer call that that happened either on Sunday or Monday. Do you remember which game that was, Tim?
For which person? Which team?
There was the one for the Falcons and the Bucks, but then there was a second one that I think happened either Sunday or Monday.
It was the Seahawks against some team. I forget who it was. But there was 2 really bad calls. Extremely bad.
I read the speculation around that of why the refs are being so like prone to call that is because of how hurt Tua Tagovailoa got a couple weeks ago, which I think I saw he's cleared for this coming week or something.
He's clear, but I don't think they're going to put him in. That's what I heard.
That is
That's what Trey's
crazy.
Yeah. By the protocol, he's cleared, but I don't think they're going to put him in. I just saw that video. He didn't even kick him.
Yeah.
He missed him.
No, you
He tried kicking him, but he
you
missed
saw the kick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much what you would expect Tom Brady kicking someone
Yeah.
to look like,
him.
you know?
Yeah. And then they're
But-
like, 11 grand.
But they fined him 11 grand.
Yeah. What did he make in 8 seconds of this game? We'll just fine him that.
Exactly. Yeah. It was not even a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
But no, the roughing the passer was the big NFL news this week.
Yeah.
Ash, I
don't think that was roughing the passer.
I do want to show you just before this is just random, but the sizes are selling out for the other colors.
Yeah.
Shoes?
The ones he got on his feet, he wants all the colors.
Uh,
I
But-
think he's adding the cart on your phone right now.
But the
He's mad. He's upset you showed him that.
sports world,
Yeah, let's go over these picks. Let's get Ashton's mind off of it. Look at me, he's so upset that you just showed him that.
well, they're great pairs.
I know they're great pairs, but Christmas is coming.
You don't have to tell me. I've been broke.
how much are the shoes?
130.
Yeah, they're a bit on the cheaper side, but it's just the fact that we spend like $200 a week on gifts, and then we have.
Doesn't he look like an MLB pitcher right now with his hair and his jersey?
Yeah, no, he looks good. He really does. I liked him with
the hair.
less facial hair.
Mm-hmm. See, it's funny. Dan likes the opposite.
I like the opposite too, but my girlfriend likes the less facial hair.
Yeah.
So
Well, I have to go with Hannah on this one.
don't tell her that. Don't agree with her.
She doesn't listen.
Yeah, she doesn't.
I'm sure Jesse says that after he says that we're taking the new SUV, and Savannah's like in the car
She
with him
happened to listen
listening.
to this one. Yeah, that one episode that I said that. Yeah. Although Tim has said that on every episode, I think it comes up when he gets the new whip. All right, let's get to these. Let's get to these plays.
Okay.
These picks. Overall, I got 11, which is I think the most I've ever gotten right.
I got 11 too.
Somehow I beat Ashton, which hasn't happened yet.
I was exactly 500 for the week.
I picked the Falcons last week against the Bucks, and
I did too.
And I will say this: if it wasn't for that major upset on the Giants-Packers game, Dan would have had 100%. He had 15 out of 16 right.
I picked the Giants.
You did, and I did
don't-
not. I don't think any. Well, besides you, you picked him too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm upset about it. Although that wouldn't have made a difference for me, but we would have almost had a 100%, which is what you had last week. You had one pick wrong. So, good job, Dan.
DK.
Yeah, he did good. So I printed off next week's schedule,
Let's get into it.
and I also have a surprise for you guys. So you know Trey is going to be on the podcast next week.
Mm-hmm.
I have Trey's picks. Called him up today. Got all of his picks.
Wow.
And listen, he was like ready to go. He's like,
Trey-
yeah, give me a second. Pulls it up.
Trey keeps up.
Yeah. And he was saying stuff like, and they have the spread, so I'm going to pick them. I was like, this guy,
No, listen,
what a professional.
he was talking to someone on Sunday about coaching styles.
Really?
He was like, so and so brought the coaching style from this college to this college. It just doesn't work. They don't have the personnel. I'm like, Trey,
Hey,
my man, you know what you're talking about over there.
also, Tim, and I listen, remember when I said a couple weeks ago, every time you talk to Trey, you learn something new about him?
Yes.
We get to the Browns-Patriots pick, and he picks the Browns, and he says he is good friends with one of the players on the Patriots, Kyle Duggar. Remember the guy I was raving about? He went to high school with this guy. He's good friends with him, Kyle Duggar, the guy on defense. I think he's like the cornerback or the linebacker or something. And I was like, Trey, I'm telling you, every time I talk to you, it's something new.
I don't doubt it.
It's ridiculous.
So I have a question. There are only 8 games in the 1 o'clock spot, but last week's has 10 games.
Well,
Did I do something wrong? Well, every week it's a different. Remember the very first 2 weeks there was
so
8.
the only thing I can say about that is there was a London game in the 1 o'clock slot, but it was actually at 9:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Oh.
It was Giants Packers.
Isn't there one this week?
Last week? Their game was in London.
So I have 1, 2,
So it
3,
really
4,
wasn't in
5,
the 1
6,
o'clock
7,
spot.
8. I have 8 showing for 1 o'clock, and then 3 for the 4 o'clock slot, 1 for 8 o'clock, and then 1 for Monday. That's all I'm showing. Maybe the bye weeks are starting to
That's
kick in or
weird.
something. Yeah, there's less games this week. All right, one of you guys want to read this off so I don't mess them up?
I can go. 1 o'clock, Ravens at Giants.
Giants.
I'm gonna pick the Giants. Trey has also picked the Giants.
Giants are 4-1.
He talked me into it.
I'm picking the Ravens.
All right. I think the Ravens are going to win, I'm going to be honest. But I like the Giants.
Lamar Jackson.
All
All right. Jaguars at Colts.
There's no way the Colts win.
Really?
Nope.
No way.
Really? I mean, I agree with you, but I want to know why.
Patriots at Browns.
I'm going to pick the Browns. Nope. Sorry, Patriots.
I'm picking the Browns.
Even though
Go Pats.
I don't have a lot of faith in that pick.
Well, Mac Jones is back this week, so
Yeah, but yeah.
Zappy is not playing this weekend. It is good old Mac Jones. Oh, Jess. Speaking of Mac Jones
Dude,
and the Patriots,
blew out last week
well,
with Zappy.
but not just that, but the Patriots. Did you see a pair of Patriots Nikes coming out?
Come on.
It's gonna match your jersey.
Come on.
Fantastic.
On the sneaker app, or are they just
The
going to be
sneakers
out?
app.
Come on. Is it on right now?
Or
Is it announced?
It's announced. It's
Come
coming
on.
out. It has the logo on the
I
front.
deleted the app, man.
But you always told me to tell you if there's something good that you would want.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm not mad.
And this will match the jersey perfectly.
Come on.
And I need you to look through all the picks. Like
Are they
just-
dark blue?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man.
They took
Let me
them
see
off.
him.
I didn't see them.
Thank God.
They took them off.
Were you dreaming?
They'll come back.
Oh, unless they already came out while you were gone.
No, they didn't. They didn't come out this week.
Don't tease me now, Tim. Where'd you see him?
On sneakers.
They had a date and everything? Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Can we look them up? Patriots. Nikes?
They were Air Force Ones.
Air Force One. I don't see him. I mean, I'm on GOAT, so wait, this one?
Yes.
October 24th.
So it's primed on the top, but look through it.
There's no photos. There's only one photo. They're probably not out yet. Maybe they delayed them.
They took them off sneakers, but they had the logo on the top, and then on the back they had the trophy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will say this: I don't like Air Force Ones, but I would buy these shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go for them. I wouldn't buy them.
They look really
after.
good. And I was gonna send you a screenshot, but you were on a cruise, so you wouldn't have seen it.
When you see them again, call me.
All right.
All right, who's next? Bengals Saints.
The Bengals
gonna
at the
pick
Saints.
Bengals.
I'm gonna pick Bengals. I think they're due for a comeback because they've been embarrassing lately.
All right, fellas. Tom Brady and his kicks against the Steelers.
Steelers have no chance.
It's funny. Yeah, I agree. Oh,
49ers at Falcons.
I'm going
Falcons, rise up.
49ers.
Rise up.
All right. Jets, Packers.
Packers.
Let's not laugh at this, though.
I know.
'cause
I
we
don't-
said that last
The
week.
way that they've been playing.
I know.
man,
I'm still picking Packers because it's Lambeau, and it's impossible to win at Lambeau.
I'm picking Packers.
Yeah.
Vikings
Trey
at
also picked
Dolphins.
Vikings.
I'm going to pick...
Let's not
Yeah,
forget.
Tua's not back yet.
Let's not forget Tua's not back, and I think their second string is still injured from last week, so their third string is going to be playing, and he's a rookie.
Yeah, but our third string dominated.
Yeah.
So you can't put it past them. But I'm still picking the Vikings. Same
Is it
with Trey.
Jacoby Brissett? That's the backup for the Dolphins still?
No, he's
he's the quarterback of the Browns.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Moving on.
I think Teddy Bridgewater's the backup on the Dolphins, but he got injured.
Oh, that's... Did he get injured or they just took him out?
No, he got injured on the
Really?
first play of the game last week.
Oh, my gosh.
Ouch.
Wow, poor guy.
Okay, 425. Panthers at Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Rams.
Although the Rams have been playing like garbage, but the
The
Panthers,
Panthers
are
are
worse.
they are garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cardinals at Seahawks.
They pick Cardinals.
Listen, Trey talked me into the Seahawks.
Listen, let Trey talk you into whatever he wants.
That's
but
fine.
Geno Smith is not a good quarterback.
I don't know, man. He was saying they have the number 1 rated offense right now. Although I love the Cardinals, but and again, it's in Seattle. It's hard to win there too. I'm liking Seattle.
Bills at Chiefs. Bills.
Bills.
Bills cross the board.
I say Bills win by 14.
820. America's team at the Eagles. Eagles.
I don't like the Cowboys at all. I'm gonna pick
I
the
don't
Eagles.
like the Eagles at all, though.
The Eagles are going to win.
Yeah, but the Cowboys are trash.
They're 4-1.
Is Dak back yet? It's week 6. He's gonna Google it.
Google it.
I know I know the minimum was 6 weeks, but it happened in week 1, so maybe 7 or 8.
Just a quick update. The Alabama-Tennessee game is 28-20. Alabama's slowly coming
what did
back.
I tell you? You can't put it past them, man. Even if they were down 49-0 at the half, they're gonna come back and win.
They haven't said yet. Says that the Cowboys are playing, quote, mind games with the Eagles.
He's coming back.
So,
I'm picking Eagles still.
yeah, I am too.
Eagles cross the board.
Broncos at Chargers.
Chargers.
I love the Chargers right now.
There's nothing worse right now than Russell Wilson on the Broncos.
Yeah, it's a poor guy, man. I'm glad you didn't buy his jersey. I was raving about it.
Saints at Cardinals.
Saints.
What?
Yeah. Saints.
This one's tough.
Is it though?
Cardinals are good, but they're not great, and the Saints are going back and forth.
I'm just going with the safe bet though.
I mean,
Going Cardinals.
all right.
Trey's going Cardinals.
I'm going Cardinals too. Okay.
Dang. All right. I guess we got our picks in already. Next week when Trey's here, we'll be able to go over all of them.
The man will have 14 out of 14 or however many's
sure
on
he
there.
will. I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen, I'm excited for next week. We're doing a morning podcast next week.
Yeah, we're gonna do a coffee podcast.
So did you have something to say?
What?
A coffee podcast,
Well,
but we're going to put a little bit of something in
There's
that
gonna
coffee.
be a twist to it. Yeah, I didn't say what would be with the coffee.
So did Trey give you his movie pick?
Yeah. Do you want to go over the one we watched first, and then
Let's do it.
we'll give it in? All right. So we watched Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein this week. I had to watch it twice. I watched it a little bit right before I left, and then watched it again today.
We were saying we didn't know when you were going to watch it.
Yeah, and this is one of those movies that I almost know back and forth. I know it very well, so I just wanted to kind of.
It's a nice refresher, though.
It's great, and what you said today was spot on, because we haven't seen it in so long. I was genuinely laughing.
Yeah.
And what I told Tim, the amount of choreography in this movie was astounding. I didn't really notice it as I was a kid, but so like in the beginning of the movie when they're pulling the bags down, at the luggage place. Later on in the movie when they're running away from Frankenstein and they're moving the cart around and they're diving in the rooms, and then the amount of timing that goes on with that kind of stuff was like really astonishing. I didn't remember any of that. The slapstick comedy was just freaking great. The amount of one-liners, like you said, I mean, the movie like just made me genuinely happy to watch again for the first time in a long time. And I'll be watching it again a couple times before Halloween comes around. One of my favorite movies. I love it. It's a comfort movie for me.
You need to get that box set. It's the only way to watch all the other movies.
I know.
They make Invisible Man, Frankenstein, and The Mummy separately on Blu-rays, but the rest of them are only in the box set.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, I really want it. I've had my eye on it since all of us were living together. I've like had my eye on it because I totally forgot about it, and it's been in and out of my cart for 5 years, and I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. So one of these days, it'll be in my possession.
In and out, he said.
Yeah.
And it's not like a super expensive thing. It goes on sale.
Yeah, it's $100 normal, and then it goes on sale for like $89 or something.
What is there to think about?
I don't know. Things happen. Life happens. Holes get torn in floors.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the movie, dude. We'll go to Tim real quick because I kind of like, we've seen it before. I'm really curious on Ashton and what you think about it.
I mean, I don't have much to say.
Yeah.
I watched it this morning. But yeah, it overall
holds up.
It holds up. They did 32 movies between the 40s and the 50s, and I looked it up during the World War II. They were the highest paid entertainers during the World War. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I also love, dude, the acting was like astonishingly well done. Like for all the like I said, the slapstick stuff and the timing and stuff, it didn't look like they were acting. Like I think they just have such great chemistry together after so many years. All the acting they do is just spot on, man. Timing, and none of them are cracking. It was just really, really well done.
So they did 30-some movies, but I looked up the list of their top 10 most popular.
Really?
And Frankenstein was number 3. And I think number 1, I don't remember all of them, but I think number 1 was The Time of Their Lives, which I always forget I always forget all the different ones they have. But The Time of Their Lives is when they're set in the like 1870s when they're ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're trying to clear their names or whatever.
You really forget about all their movies
Yeah.
until you say the title, and then all of it like.
Who Done It was on their top 10. Meet the Killer Boris Karloff was on there.
So I'll run through these real quick to just pull out the list.
Yeah.
From 10 to 1, Invisible Man, Buck Privates, very well done movie. Pardon My.
That one's a classic.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that one?
No,
I love that one.
Boris Karloff's number 7. 6, Buck Privates, pretty good. 5 is Naughty 90s, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
that's the Who's on First class. Do you ever watch that sketch? Who's on First?
Yeah,
it's like one of the most. Once you see it, it's like it's amazing. 4, Who Done It. 3, Hold That Ghost. 2 is Meet Frankenstein.
Okay. Yeah, Hold That Ghost is really good too.
Number 1's Time of Their Lives.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Yeah. Anyway,
I like Hold That Ghost a lot. I know you don't remember a lot of them, but
all of them run together to me.
Yeah.
Once I actually saw them, I would remember a lot of them.
Yeah, they're all good. It's weird because you're like movies from the 40s and 50s wouldn't hold up, but they do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they really do.
Yeah.
The comedy holds up.
Still laugh.
It's not just corny jokes or anything, you know? Ash, you're grinning over there. What do you have to say about it? What do you think?
Well, Jess, I'm not.
He's killing me right now. You're killing me.
I'm not going to say it's the best thing I've ever watched.
I don't think he liked the movie, Tim. Look at him. I don't think he liked the movie. He's blushing right now. He's ashamed to say it. He doesn't want to let me down.
Go for it, Ash. Go for it.
I hated Lupin.
So I'm totally trolling you. I actually really did like it. There is something charming about that era of movies and comedy and the black and white. but the timing with. See, I thought that the physical comedy was as good as the actual written comedy.
The slaps are hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when sometimes he would slap him on accident and he just would just like stun a little bit and then get right back to the acting.
Yeah,
I mean, it really was astonishingly well done.
So one of my favorite lines though in it was when they get to the masquerade, and it's Abbott's the short fat one, right?
Lou Costello is the short one.
Lou Costello.
Mm-hmm. Costello is the short one.
Yeah.
Okay. He's talking to Abbott, and he says, because Abbott's giving him a hard time about him going with two women.
Yeah.
And Costello says, the last girl I dated had so much bridge work. Every time I kissed her, I had to pay a toll.
Yeah, and he says it so fast, you know, he's so fluent. Yeah,
I had an audible when I saw that. That line was really good, and then there was another one that was great that hopefully will come to me. I wanted to say it, but I have a dearth of Halloween movies to watch, and so this is great because this gives me one to add with the Great Pumpkin, because
awesome.
I just don't like horror movies, but it had a great Halloween seasonal feel to it, and it really didn't take itself too seriously, but still had enough of a spooky vibe to it. So that was good. I actually liked the music that they had in it, the timing with the scenes and trying to make it feel intense at certain moments. And I also like the tension that they had in it, where Costello only sees the monsters up until the very ending, and Abbott's just constantly coming in like right as they disappear, and he's just like, "You idiot," you know. But no, it really was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's not a Departed movie where there's a ton to analyze and dive deep into, but no, it was a good pick.
Awesome.
You know what I don't like?
What?
The man said he hated Lupin.
I didn't.
I knew he was going to give you.
You know, it was a
I
total
knew he was
joke.
gonna. I knew he was going to say something if you.
Yeah, that was a total joke. You know that.
Because last night I was like, Ash, today you need to give Jess a hard time about Abbott and Costello.
Oh, is that why you're doing that?
Yeah.
You jerk.
I said I want to see his reaction.
Oh, you jerk.
And Ashton's like, okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Because it's hard to find something wrong with this movie.
Tim pinned you perfectly. He said Jesse's going to say, "You didn't like the movie?"
Yeah,
That's exactly what he said.
Because it's hard to believe.
They're good. They're just relaxing, funny movies that you don't have to think about.
Can I make this point? The ending now makes sense. I actually brought this up with Tim last night, because the ending felt like there was either going to be a movie that continued the Invisible Man showing up, or that was a reoccurring joke. Just the whole way that it ended, instead of like Abbott says something like, who else is going to come after us now, or something like that, and then the Invisible Man's there.
He lights a cigarette, and he's
neither of them say anything. They just jump immediately into the water. Yeah. It just felt like there was already some kind of underlying thing there. So Tim told me that there was an Invisible Man movie, which I think you just mentioned. So
did that come out right after it? I guess maybe that's how they did it.
I don't know the timeline of the movies, but I do own the Invisible Man too.
Yeah, which that one was good too. I don't think it's as good as Frankenstein.
A lot of those movies that are my favorite, you can't watch. You have to get the box set, but a lot of those are really solid.
Jess, you need to get the box set, man. I wish I would have known that before I bought his Christmas gift.
I haven't bought his gift yet.
Okay.
Invisible Man came out 3 years after Frankenstein.
3 years.
One of my favorite lines from the movie is when they're in the hotel room. He's like, or not in the hotel room, but I think they're in the castle. He's like, if I had 3 cigarettes, I'd give you one. Yeah. And if you had 2 pairs of shoes, I'd give you one. He's like, why don't you light that cigarette, take those shoes, and go on a walk?
He said, if I had 2 girls. Yeah. Yeah. I love the movie, man. It's really hard to... Oh, they are from New Jersey. I was right about that. It's really hard to... It's one of those movies that even if you want to try to pick apart, it's not really a movie that is a serious movie, so it's hard to be like...
No.
The timeline was awful and the acting was... And what I liked about it was there's a contrast between the comedy of them two and the seriousness of the monsters. Like, take the comedy out of the movie and it's like a Universal Monsters movie, you know? They weren't comedic at all. You know, the Frankenstein was a good Frankenstein, you know? And
Werewolf?
Then, Werewolf was really good.
He was actually, I thought, the most scary.
Yeah.
Did you know? I always think of your Uncle Lou when I see that actor.
Do you?
Yeah, with like the black slip back hair. He's kind of got a couple facial features that remind me of him. But he really does. I don't know why. But yeah, you take the comedy out of the movie and it's like a classic horror, like Universal's horror movie. I really liked it. And at the very end when Dracula and the Wolfman are fighting throughout the whole house, you know, so that is like a serious fight. And then the underlying fight is Abbott and Costello running away from Frankenstein and you're laughing and then you're looking at the other fight and it's not funny at all, you know?
I like when he takes the bat and just holds him and then he falls down.
Yeah, dives into the water. Yeah. And then like the curse ends on the woman, you know?
Right.
Yeah. And even that, the timing, like I said, the choreograph and the timing of all those fights going through all those doors and like it's just really intricate, you know, more than you thought when you're watching it as a kid.
I really want to watch Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but I can't watch that. I haven't seen that one in forever.
I forgot that they even made one.
Yeah.
They also remember the Jack and the Beanstalk one?
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that one too.
They do a lot of classics.
So many, man. I wanted to look up the years, but I can't even figure out.
That one came out in 48. The one
they
watched.
said they did most of their movies between the early 40s and the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
So between 20 years or 10, 15 years, they did like 30-something movies.
Dude, they were, it says from 1941 to 53, they were like in the top 20 most popular movie stars. A couple of years, they were number one. Like they were...
They're
like
up there
big
for
names.
comedy duos.
They're
up there.
4 movies in 41, 4 in 42, 2 in 43. I mean, every year they were pumping out 2 to 3 movies.
Have either of you watched Three Stooges?
Oh yeah, I love.
Yeah, I never got into it.
The two of them reminded me of Moe and Curly.
Yeah,
in certain ways.
I really liked it. You didn't like the Three Stooges?
I never got into it.
I didn't like when they switched out when they had Shemp come in for a while. I think the other guy
plays a Larry.
I think he had didn't he have drug issues?
Tennessee,
or something?
Alabama's tied, 28-28.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I watched like a mini documentary on YouTube about them. There was like a reason. That was I think that was his brother in real life.
They also switched out Curly at some point.
Mm-hmm.
There was another guy that they brought on. I think Moe was the only consistently appearing character.
I think you're right.
But Moe, Larry, and Curly were my 3 favorites.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other guy, but
Shemp. It was weird.
Shemp was one of them, and then there was a second guy that would come in and out.
Yeah.
No, it was a fun movie.
Awesome.
I'll definitely watch it again before Halloween.
Good.
I'm glad we introduced you into it. Now we can slowly start watching all of them.
Yeah. Maybe a cabin movie.
Well, I'll just put it this way: someone's going to own the box set before the end of the year.
Ooh.
You or me? Is that a challenge now?
It's not a challenge; it's a fact. It's going to
be. Keep your eye out on Black Friday, gentlemen.
It's going to be. Well, it's going to be It's going to be.
Here's the thing: I put it on my Christmas list, and I sent it to 4 people already. So I'm afraid to
Well, you don't have to worry about buying
it. Okay. Sounds like you just gave away my Christmas gift. All right. So next week we're having Trey on the podcast. We're excited.
Never met him, but I'm excited.
I'm excited. So I texted him today because I forgot he never sent me his movie.
Did you tell him the rules? It has to.
Yeah. So before I went on the cruise, I told him at last minute, and he was like, "Oh crap, I have to change it." So he did. Okay, I guess Tennessee scored.
Yeah.
Tim threw his hands up. So I texted him right when I got off the cruise, and I said, "What's your movie pick?" And I love the way he sent this. He said, the 2007 Coen Brothers classic, No Country for Old Men.
I've seen it. I watched it a couple weeks ago.
I said Tim was going to love that pick. We haven't seen it yet. I think he talked to you about it, right?
Yeah, he told me Wednesday.
It's on HBO.
I've only seen the big scene clips, the major scenes that are popular.
Great movie.
Okay.
Great pick.
I haven't I told
Listen,
you.
Trey, if you're
Trey,
listening,
I told
I'm
you
a
he would
fan.
like it.
He does listen too, and so does his wife, Juliana. Hi, Juliana.
Yeah, hi, Jules.
10 out of 10.
We're so sorry.
So that's his pick. It's on HBO Max, so we're gonna have to watch it.
I'll brush up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one with that really famous actor in it? The big.
There's
What's his
a
name?
couple famous people in it, and I like the way the movie ends. I'm not gonna get into it.
Oh,
Well, it's
give
one
it away
it's
already.
No, it's just one of those.
Easy.
It's just one of those
Easy.
movies where you.
Easy.
Okay, fine. I won't say anything.
Thank you. because I don't know anything about this movie. How long is it?
I think it's 2.5,
We didn't-
240.
Trey.
You're gonna have to take some time to watch this one, Jess.
I know.
But
I know.
you can't really say anything to him though, because none of us picked really short movies except for that one. But a couple that you picked were long.
I picked one before.
The Batman was like 2.5 hours.
Was it?
Yeah,
Interesting.
it was hell. But I watched
Easy.
it.
Relax. Do we have to get into this right now?
No, we don't have to get into it.
It was a good movie. All right. See, that's the movie stuff.
No Country
No.
for Old Men. I
Yes.
like it.
Yeah. I thought it was a good pick. Right, it was a good pick.
All right, guys. So there's been a couple of deaths this week in the news that I wanted to talk about. One of them happened back in July, but the circumstances of the death have just come to light. So I guess I'll start with that one first. The man that was responsible for creating Yu-Gi-Oh! His name is Kazuki Takahashi. They found his body on July 6th, floating off of the coast of a town in Japan called Nago.
You said July?
Yep, July 6th. So, and he was in scuba gear. So I think that that was either a hobby or he might have been in a class of some kind. But they found his body 2 days after it went missing. It actually went missing on July 4th.
How old is he?
He was 60 years old. And this week, up until this week, the circumstances surrounding how he died were not released. And so this week they said that the reason that he died was he was trying to save 2 people from drowning and died in the process. So, the circumstances around it, there was a U.S. Army officer that was trying to save some riptide victims in the Okinawa prefecture. And the autopsy report by the Japan Coast Guard confirmed that Takahashi died by drowning. On July 4th, American Army Major Robert Bourgeot, who was a diving instructor, was at Mermaid's Grotto in the town of Onna with his students, and he reportedly spotted a Japanese mother calling for help for her 11-year-old daughter and a 39-year-old U.S. soldier who were caught in a whirlpool about 100 yards off the coast. So that's a whole football field.
Yeah.
So Takahashi jumped in the water to try to save them and got caught in that whirlpool and actually died trying to save them. So very sad, but also the guy died trying to be a hero, you know?
Yeah.
So I thought that was somewhat fitting because Yugi's character in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is trying to be a hero.
Mm-hmm.
But sad stuff. The guy was 60, but sounds like he would have had many more years. He was pretty
that's
active.
young.
Yeah.
He probably had another 10 or 15.
He must have been in the process of scuba diving then in that case if he had all his stuff on.
He was.
Right?
It explicitly said in the article that he had snorkeling gear on.
Man, what do you think would have helped him?
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't know what those whirlpools are like, but evidently, like it's not easy to get out of them. But yeah, so that was sad, but it was interesting to learn more about what happened to him.
So they just released
This
why
week.
it happened?
Yep.
Wow,
What
so
the
they kept it for almost 3 months.
I guess because there was an investigation
okay.
around it.
Yeah.
But it up until now, it just seemed tragic. It was like this guy was just out scuba
Just like a
diving
freak
and
accident.
he died somehow. He drowned. But anyway, he was trying to do a good deed, and unfortunately died in the process of it. So the other notable death this week was Robbie Coltrane. Died at 72 years old, who was most popularly known as Hagrid in Harry Potter. I don't know if Tim told me this last night. I know that we were talking about other movies that he had been in, but he was in both GoldenEye and The World Is Not Enough. Did either of you know that?
I knew he was in GoldenEye. I didn't know he was in the other
I
one.
had no idea. Those are both 007 movies?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Yep. But 72 years old.
Also, he was in Frasier for a couple episodes.
That's what you were telling me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was in like 2 or 3 episodes. He was a brother to Daphne, the
No way.
English girl.
Now, is he the same like stature in those other things? Did they just
He's
make
goofy.
him? Is he?
He's goofy.
Is he big? Is he tall?
No.
Okay.
No,
They just made him that
yeah,
size. Okay.
yeah.
Like I know he's not really that size, but
Scottish,
You would think-
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you would think the
Scottish.
guy's still at least like 6'5", 6'6". Like he looked like a giant.
Yeah, I don't know how tall he was, but
Wow.
he didn't.
Man, I gotta look that up. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Sad to see him go, but
Yeah.
I mean, I guess 72 is not old, but it's not.
He's one of those characters in Harry Potter that was just always lovable. Like no matter
Yeah.
who you liked or disliked, he was like the middle of the road character that everybody liked. You know. That sucks. 72, you said?
72.
Wow.
Yep.
I didn't think he was that old. I guess it just gets away from you.
So, something else interesting I read this week. Tom Cruise, who I know both of you are a huge fan of, he is in the process of filming a movie with the Bourne Identity director Doug Liman, and they are working out the logistics to get Tom Cruise to the International Space Station to film a movie in space, at least a scene for a movie in space. And this will make Tom Cruise the first actor to shoot a movie scene in space.
He's crazy.
The man's 60 years old.
I'll tell you what. I can think of no other person that could pull it off than Tom Cruise.
When's the man gonna retire?
Never. He's drinking the blood, man. He's drinking that
Doing your own
Scientology blood.
Doing your own stunts at 60 is kind of rough, though.
He's gonna be young forever. Tell you what,
He's gonna be one of those people who die by his own stunts.
exactly what I was about to say. I think he will, but good for him. He's gonna be respected for it. He's one of those classic movie actors. Not a lot of them left or do their own stunts. They're like the guys, you know,
Yeah.
like Steve McQueen, those kind of people, you know. Burt Reynolds,
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee. Can't think of anybody else.
Something interesting but also mysterious in the article I read. So Tom Cruise and Doug Liman, they were both scheduled to take part in a SpaceX crew flight back in October of last year. And it is unclear whether that flight actually ever happened.
Is this when they took Spock up instead? Do you remember that?
No.
What's his name? The guy, not Spock, Captain Kirk.
That
I'm
was
sorry.
with
William Shatner.
That was with Amazon's space thing, Blue Origin. Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So you said SpaceX.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So they never said if it actually.
They never
happened.
said if it actually happened. I thought that was strange, but they did confirm that the two of them are working with both NASA and SpaceX to try to make this happen, which I can see Elon just completely being on board with this.
Yeah.
You know, he really wanting to see it happen. But one of the things that was cool, one of the directors at NASA said that they would love to see Tom be able to do this to try to inspire future Elon Musks.
What would that have to do with Elon Musk?
With the whole thing of getting man into space.
Like making
And-
it more
and-
accessible, I guess.
Inspire people to try to progress the space exploration.
Yeah, I don't have anything wrong with this.
So,
Do you?
no, I'm very excited about it.
Would
Yeah.
either of you want to go to space?
No.
I would not ever want to go to space. I don't even want to go to the ocean, much less somewhere where you could just float forever.
Let me tell you. The ocean is awesome. I had one of those moments. It's a little side tangent. On the boat, when you're in the middle of it and you're cruising, you're like, you look out and you do not see the end of the world.
That's right.
But
And
that's
you-
also scary
No, I
if
know.
you're stuck there.
But listen, you had one of those moments of our problems are so small compared to the big picture. I had one of those exact moments that I've never had before in my life. And you hear people have them and you're like, shut up. I had it.
Shut up.
Also, speaking of if you're stuck out there, we had someone get someone like the National Coast Guard came out onto the boat and helicoptered someone out. They had like a medical emergency in the middle of the night. And so then the helicopter like came down, picked up 2 people, circled the boat for like an hour, came back, picked up the last person, and then took off. It was just, I don't know what the heck was going on, but like the whole boat was like watching it happen. It was weird. Speaking of that, but I think I would go to space. You don't think you would? Really?
Hell no.
Not right now. No, way too dangerous.
When's the last time a shuttle exploded? 02? 01?
It'd be the one I was on.
I think you of all people would love to do that.
I would like to see it, but I don't want to take the journey. Way too dangerous.
What about if it's 100% safe?
It's never
Yeah.
going to be 100%
know,
safe.
If it was 100%
Perfect
safe,
si-
I'd go.
Yeah, perfect circumstances. Would you do it?
No.
Why
I don't
not?
want to go to space. I have no desire.
It's free.
You don't want to look into the void?
No.
You get paid to do it.
I'm fine right here.
I tell you what, that is incredibly horrifying if you were to get lost in space.
Great TV show, though.
It is a good TV show. But,
You wouldn't last very long, though. You would run out of oxygen.
well, I know, but still, it's incredibly horrifying. You're dying by yourself in the nothingness. Also, what if you don't die? What if you get picked up by something else?
I don't think that would happen.
You don't know.
You would die, and the ship would just slowly float until it got pulled into some gravitational field, and you would either crash into a planet or a star would burn you up.
No, I mean if you yourself,
Mm-hmm.
away from the ship,
Mm-hmm.
got lost. Did you ever see that movie? What was that movie with Sandra Bullock?
Interstellar?
No.
Interstellar is great.
That was a good
Are you
movie.
talking about Gravity?
Gravity? You ever see Gravity?
Talking about you yourself like float off into space?
Your tether gets broken and you're like, yeah, you just that scares the bejesus out of me.
You would die pretty quickly, though. I mean, your your oxygen would run out.
Exactly, but it's horrifying.
Yeah,
It's scary.
yeah.
You're like you're basically like, wow, this is the end, and I'm
It'd be
tumbling,
peaceful.
and I'm tumbling. Would it be peaceful?
There's no sound.
I'd be scared to
That's-
death, man. I don't know about peaceful.
I don't know why you would want to go out there.
I don't mean to go for like a month.
No, just
Like the little-
even a trip.
Amazon thing.
Something can always go wrong.
Yeah, it's true.
You ever seen Aliens? Alien vs.
Listen,
Predator?
there's no shortage of movies to prove that it's stupid, but it'd be an experience.
Alabama
then again,
just
you
took the
could-
lead.
You need to stop it. You could be like that school teacher that went on, what was it, the Challenger, and then
Yeah.
the Challenger exploded on the way
Yeah.
up. That could be you. So you're right. It's always a major risk. But
But if you have the desire, more power to you.
I don't know. I've been to those kind of places where you're like, quote unquote, on the edge of the earth, and like you see that, and you kind of want to like experience it again. You know. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. Like when you fly in a plane, I get that same feeling of like you're so close to space and so far away from certain things. You know, you're above the clouds. Like at a certain point, it's like you're not. This isn't natural for humans to be this high off the ground, and you're looking at it and you're getting that weird feeling. It's like sometimes I want to like chase that feeling.
The man's an explorer.
But
You
I
hear
also,
that, Tim?
But I also hate vacations and traveling. It's weird. I don't know. Like when we were on the top of the mountain at LAJ, remember, and you just saw like states, you know, you can see like massive like amounts of nothing. Like you don't get that feeling of like it's cool seeing that amount of stuff at once. No, all right. Like remember Fort Bluff? Do you remember that camp we went to when we were kids? Come on. I don't remember anything. There's this camp called Fort Bluff, and you're at the bluff, quote unquote. When you get to the top of the mountain at the camp, you can see like 4 states at once, I think. It's like this huge overlook.
Did we go to that?
North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, maybe. I don't remember. It was whatever. Yeah, we went there once.
I don't remember.
But I don't know. I like that seeing so far away that you can't normally see is something like supernatural about it. I don't know. I'd go to space. If there was no risk and it was free.
The 2 biggest factors. The only thing that matters.
I know.
Oh my.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it would. There's part of me that would want to. I'll say that. I don't know if I would commit to it, but there's part of me that would think about it.
Well, good for Tom Cruise for being crazy, I guess. I do want to touch up on though.
Speaking of Tom,
were we talking about movies?
Dude, I just got so jazzed. What are you talking about?
We were talking about movies, yeah.
What the heck?
Like an hour ago.
No, because Tom Cruise. What were we talking about with him?
Yeah, he's filming a movie.
In space.
Oh, okay. No, I just forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah, because you're watching a football game. You dunce.
Well, I'm not anymore because Alabama's winning.
That was never a shock. Listen, speaking of famous Toms, Ash, I just saw this note and it made me... You know what? I'm sad about it. Now that I think about it. I don't like him in Blink-182. Catch me up. What's the backstory behind this?
Wait. Say more.
Why I don't like him in Blink? So the note that you've written for us is Tom DeLonge rejoins Blink-182. I don't like Blink-182 when Tom DeLonge's the lead singer. What's going to happen to the Matt guy?
He's out.
What? Did they kick him out or did he...
I mean,
because he's a weird guy. Did he leave?
There's not going to be 4. Okay.
Why not?
Blink is Tom's band. So they split originally in 2005, and then Tom came back in 2009 after Travis was in that plane crash. So they had this bickering with each other, and then something tragic happens, and Tom's like, oh, crap. And then they get back together.
Life is short. Let's do this.
Right. So they get back together in 2009, and then they split again in 2012. And Tom has been out ever since.
Why is it his band?
He started it.
Him alone?
Him and Mark. Tom went out of his way to start a band, and Mark played bass.
Travis wasn't an original drummer.
He was not. He didn't join until 99. But they didn't get good until Travis came on.
Yeah.
It was a combination of Travis coming on, and then they ended up landing with a really good record producer. But Tom has always had... He is an interesting guy, and I know that you've listened to him a little bit.
Yeah.
He's kind of nuts, but I would say he's got a creative mind. He just isn't the most... His creative output isn't the most high quality stuff.
Yeah.
And ever since he started Angels in 2006, he's never been able to like get rid of that sound.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain to me, Blink, the good Blink died in 2005. When they came back, they were never the same. But anyway, they split again in 2012. Mark just got over cancer.
Oh, that's another big life
So
thing.
that was explicitly what Tom said was the reason they were doing this. It's like,
wow.
Mark got cancer, and we realized that I'm going to pull this up. It was something along the lines of, Mark got cancer, and even though Blink has all this history of crap, we realized what the important things were. So,
yeah, I have 2 angles to go with that, but I'll let you read the facts first.
So, what I do want to start with, so Tom posted
I never liked Blink. I didn't like the guy's voice who sang. It
Thank
just
you.
Sounded.
That's Tom. That's who we're talking about.
Yeah.
But wasn't it always the same guy who sang?
No.
I didn't like any of their songs.
Have you heard the last 2 albums?
No.
Well, that's probably why I think you'd like it. Well, you don't like that kind of music anymore, but I think he would like them better than the original Blink. But anyway, yeah.
There's something about I don't really like Blink anymore either. The music is fine when you're a angsty 16-year-old.
The original Blink, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Tom posted this on his Instagram addressed to Matt Skiba today or yesterday. It says, "Hi Matt, Tom DeLonge here. I wanted to take a minute and say thank you for all that you have done to keep the band alive and thriving in my absence. I think you are enormously talented. I still love to listen to your band to this day. You have always been so kind to me, not only in the press but also to others, and I really noticed. Emotions between the three of us and Blink have always been complicated, but Mark's cancer really put things in perspective. But to be honest, the band would not even be here today if it were not for your ability to jump in and save the day. So from my heart to yours, thank you for being a member of our band."
I have thoughts.
Go ahead.
And I'm torn because it's a sweet message. But he left the band twice, right? Both times he's come back because something close to tragic has happened. At what point are you going to learn your lesson? At what point is Mark and Travis going to be like, dude, make up your mind? You know, they had a good, in my opinion, they had a great thing going with Mark. Nope, with Matt. Sorry. Although he was an odd cat, he did keep the band going. And in my opinion, thrived. I think the last 2 albums, quality-wise, was their best albums. Put aside their major hits from their early days.
It's a different band.
It's a different band. You're right. I don't know if I wouldn't fault them for continuing with Blink-182, but they could have gone with a different name, and I think would have been just as, I don't want to say just as popular, but their music was excellent. Less chaotic, less off, just all over the place. I really think it was well-written music. Is Matt in another? Is he part of another band? I'm assuming.
Yeah, Matt had a band before that called Alkaline Trio.
I'm guessing nowhere near as famous as Blink.
No, it's very much...
What I want to know is, was there a conversation with Matt beforehand?
Oh, I'm sure.
You don't think it was like, hey, Tom wants to come back, so get out of here? Do you think it was...
No, I don't think so at all.
Do you think they gave him an option? That's what I'm...
No.
I guess what I'm getting
No,
at.
once it's like, hey, Tom's coming back, it's like...
Hit the road. I hate that. I really don't like that.
So...
Did they give him a severance package at least?
I mean, I'm sure what will happen is he'll continue to get royalties off of the songs that he was responsible
Let's
for
hope so.
writing.
Let's hope so.
No, he will.
Hope it's not another Journey situation.
No, he will. But so a few thoughts. So they put out a single this week, and it sucks. Like, it's so bad.
Of course it does.
And
I'm gonna download it.
there is a tour that they're going to start. There were dates on here somewhere. Starts on March 11th, 2023.
And of course, it's got the worst name.
Yeah,
They're going back to their pervert
and
roots.
remember, here are their ages, right? So
Yeah.
Tom is 46,
Exactly.
Travis is 46, and Mark is 50.
They're freaking children.
So,
In all caps.
yeah, it's here's what I think. I think that the big thing behind this is Mark's cancer, but I also think that Tom's going to be able to go back. They're going to do a world tour. They're going to sell out shows. so that people can hear all the small things and what's my age again. And Tom's going to make bukus of money again.
And then leave again.
And it's, I don't know, there's something, and I've kind of felt this with Weezer and bands like that, where these guys reach a point to where their songs don't age well with them, where it's like, all right, you're 50 years old and you're singing about XYZ, you know? Come on, guys. Like, there's a point where you need to just stop.
I was always curious, why did they name their band Blink 182?
So originally it was called Blink, but there was a band in another country, I think it was Ireland or Scotland, that was already named Blink, and they received Tom and Mark received some kind of notice saying, like, hey, change your band's name or we're going to take legal action. So they added the 182.
But no meaning.
There's no meaning behind the 182.
Okay. That's what I was curious about.
They are remarkably bad live, especially Tom. And if they didn't have Travis, it would just be a complete train wreck. So there is...
Tim, Ash got Tim this time.
Don't make me spill on my jersey, Ash.
There is...
for a band a band that you guys love, you're really bashing them.
No,
I wouldn't say I love them. I loved them in high school, but they're just terrible live. If they didn't have Travis being an absolute backbone, it would be a train wreck. But
it was just them three?
Yeah, it's always been the three of them.
Even at live shows?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, they've never had backup.
Which doesn't help also. They're awful playing.
Tennessee is backup.
So
I hope he timestamp all of these, like mini timestamps. Okay, back
Tennessee
to what
update.
we were talking
Tennessee
about.
But
Tennessee update.
I don't want to, and you know, Zach's been all pumped up about it this week. He's like, I'm going to see him, and I'm like, dude, you go for it. I'm not paying $200 to listen to them whine for
very
9
mainstream,
minutes.
that band.
Mainstream.
Like they're very popular for the younger. They're the people who are younger than us love them.
They have a recurring. They have these cycles of fan bases where like 13 or 14-year-olds discover their old music, and it's like, man, this stuff's really edgy and rebellious, and you know, they're singing about girls and all this stuff. And so from like 13 to 18 or whatever, these people are really into this music, and then, you know, you become an adult and
you figure it out.
It's just not as appealing anymore. If you like Tom's voice.
I can't stand it.
I remember in high school loving it, but I don't like it now. And the guy just cannot sing live.
Yeah.
Like it's really a crime against humanity. But anyway, that happened this week. I was extremely disappointed with the single. I don't really care what else they put out at this point, but
is it like old school Blink? Does it sound like that fast drumming?
Not really. It's again that like weird thing that Tom does. So I mean, we'll listen to it once we get done, but it's definitely nothing to write home about. So, yeah, that happened this week.
I'll tell you what, I'm very upset about that because, like a couple months ago, they were talking about how they were putting out new music, and now I bet that a lot of that music's down the drain.
Oh, it's definitely getting shelved. Yeah,
because Matt was a part of it, which sucks. Because I'm telling you, man, California and what is it, 9 was the album?
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 albums were my favorite Blink albums. I never liked Blink, but those new albums didn't sound like old Blink. That's probably why I liked them so much. And that sucks, man. I'm upset about that. Which is weird because they're having an original band member come back.
Just give it 2 or 3 more years. Tom
he'll leave again.
He'll leave again to go chase
aliens.
Bigfoot out in Nevada.
It's freaking nonsense.
You're like,
man.
Matt, we need a singer again.
And it sucks for Matt because I always thought he was a weird, freaky guy, but when he came into the band, it changed for the better, in my opinion. So I liked him, and now it's like they're gonna regress back to the original childhood nonsense they're going to sing about. So
50-year-old men carrying on like that.
I bet the title of the tour is going to be something reminiscent of their first album, or like some type of "What's My Age Again?" You know, it's going to be something so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for it.
Yep. Hey, so someone that you like bowed out of his field of expertise this week. Alan Moore says he is done with comics.
What? So did you actually see that in like a main news cycle?
Yes.
Really?
So there's several news sites I check in the morning at work when I'm looking busy. One of them is the Bing homepage.
It must be nice. What's it called?
It's just Bing's homepage.
Oh, okay.
They'll have little squares down at the bottom, and it's just news stories.
I wonder if it's because they knew we were talking about it, they threw it in there.
I don't think it's ad based. I think it's just whatever the big stories are. But I saw Alan Moore. I'm like, isn't that the guy Jesse likes? So I clicked on it, and then it said Alan Moore is done with comics. I was like, this is definitely the guy. This is the Swamp Thing, man. So I clicked on it and read through it. And Moore says that he is done with comics because, and this is a quote, he says, I haven't written one, meaning a comic. I haven't written a comic getting on 5 years now. I will always love and adore the comics medium, but the comics industry and all of the stuff attached to it has just become unbearable. He also said that his general distaste for how superhero comics in particular have become so ingrained in pop culture, he doesn't like that. So how big the Marvel movies, DC to a lesser extent, but how popular that's become, I guess it's turned him off. Which I partly understand this because back about 6 or 7 years ago, Crunchyroll got huge in anime, and there were a handful of shows where people that didn't like anime started watching these shows, and the fandom got flooded with all these people, and it was like, I watch My Hero Academia. I love anime, and you have the grizzled veterans. They're like, these kids, get off my lawn. You've never seen this and this and this or whatever. Yeah. So there are these memes of like, oh, you like One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball? You must be an anime fan.
Yeah.
But
I got you.
But anyway, I don't know if you've. I'm interested to hear if you have anything to add to this because Moore also did The Extraordinary League of Gentlemen. Is that what that's called? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Really? He wrote that?
Yeah, which I didn't know that.
Wow.
But do you know of anything else he's done besides Swamp Thing?
I don't. But do you remember that movie, Tim?
I own it on Blu-ray. Still?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Steelbook.
No, I was going to say still in the shrink wrap.
Can I borrow that?
Yeah.
Dude.
Get it out.
Did you ever see that movie?
No, I haven't seen it.
Wow.
I'm going to have to dust.
Dude, did you like that movie growing up?
Sean Connery?
I love that movie.
Right?
Yeah.
Sean Connery?
Yeah, Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Wow, and Nemo?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I bought it on Black Friday on Amazon.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it was like $3 for a Blu-ray.
We'll get back to that. Wow, that's really cool. That just dusted off a memory in my head. No, I don't know anything else he's done. Which I'm kind of showing my hand here. I only knew of him from Swamp Thing. And other than that, I just always heard of his name getting thrown around as like one of the greats. You know, like what's the other guy's name? I don't know the other guy. Jim Lee, something King. You don't know. Anyway, that's the only thing I know him from. So, but it is shocking, I guess, to hear that he's going to be done with it. But then I get all he's saying. I really do.
I would hate to be a comic book writer right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's all comic shops you can tell you go in are either dying or dead.
I don't feel like kids or teenagers are reading comics anymore.
Especially going to buy physical copies of them.
Yeah.
They're all digital if they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, man. That's one of those things. It's one of those like a Blockbuster. Like when you go into them, like you don't want it to go.
Do you think it's a dying medium?
Mm-hmm.
Tim says yes.
I think in 5 or 10 years they're gonna slowly start.
I think the physical
Yeah,
portion of it is
Yeah.
yes. I think digital will always be there.
But
The
that's
stories
sad.
are always going to be
Nobody
there.
wants a digital copy.
It
They
is
want
sad.
the physical.
It is sad. Since the 1929 or something, was it?
I mean,
1930 when Superman came out?
Blockbuster's dead. Toys R Us is dead. Comics are probably gonna be next. Everything that we grew up on is just dying.
Vinyls have had a weird revival, but CDs are
It's a hipster thing.
pretty much dead too.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, there's something different. I don't know why it's different.
I think vinyls are gonna go back to the way they were in a couple of years. I think it's just a fad.
I think so. But at the same time, I think it's because of the people that grew up with them. They're at that point now where it's kind of coming back. So they're buying them again. And then now, like my dad and your dad, for instance, they're getting into them. So now I, by nature, am getting into them because I see them liking them. So,
But I think the younger kids who are getting into them are gonna get out of them again.
oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So
Like me. I did.
Yeah.
one of my coworkers at my last job, her daughter was 19, I think. She was buying vinyls.
Mhm.
But it was like you said, a hipster
They're so expensive.
kind of thing.
And the thing is, the vinyls those kids are buying nowadays are new artists, and they don't mass produce them. They do a certain amount because they're so expensive to make, and not a lot of people buy them. Also, there's only one record printing label in America, in the United States. There used to be, I think, 5 or 6. Warner Brothers being one of them. Something Records. I don't remember.
You mean for vinyls?
For vinyls.
There's only one company?
And it's Jack White in Michigan.
What?
There's one in the United States right now.
Is it Republic Records?
I don't remember. I don't know the name of it. That sounds right, though.
I feel like the Black Keys vinyls I have say Republic Records.
Let me look.
What's the last vinyl?
It's in Tennessee. I'm sorry. Third Man Records.
Third Man Records.
Third Man Records.
You're sure about that?
He put out a video a couple months ago, and in the video he said basically laying out all these things. We're the only ones that are doing it in the United States. There used to be so many. Now there's only one. And he was calling out those record labels, specifically being like, why aren't you doing this anymore? Because he's backed up for years on orders because he's the only one that can do it in the States.
Orders from consumers or orders from musicians?
Musicians.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder who's making the Lo-Fi Girl vinyls.
Mabel.
Those are made overseas.
Yeah.
Mine was shipped from China,
Yeah.
but that's still in the shrink
I think
wrap.
those, yeah. I think that's where our plushes came from,
Yeah,
too.
no, they did. They have another one on there, another plush I want to get.
Still got it on the shelf at home. The Chill Cow.
Great one,
Oh, yeah.
right next to my vinyl.
Numbered.
Numbered.
Number 1, that box says.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of vinyls, but I like that. I would get more of their limited edition vinyls.
I bought a vinyl at Walmart. Maybe that's where I'm seeing Republic Records from.
The
Charlie
Peanuts,
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up again, but I mean, he put out a video maybe a month ago. It was like a 1 minute long video. And he was like, why aren't you guys doing this anymore?
Right.
Basically.
Tim, when's the last time you bought a comic? Don't even know.
No, the only comics that I buy now are graded comics.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only because I am a collector and I want the only ones I buy are the old TMNT ones. I've had my eyes on a couple, but they have recently just exploded in value. Like ones that I were looking at 2 years ago are now 4 or 5 times more than they were.
Sheesh.
Even back in the old house when I was living there, I was looking at 9.0s of TMNT number 2 first printing. They were $300. Now they're $1,200, $1,500 for the same exact one.
Sheesh.
I think just in general collectibles exploded, but I think they will go down within the next 2 years because of the whole economy and stuff.
Yeah.
So if it's a good deal, maybe I'll get one. But that's just my love for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I want the history of the first appearance of April and Splinter and Shredder and the Turtles and all that.
Yeah, he does.
But I got the first appearance of Casey Jones that I bought for $48
Should've bought that
about
for me.
5 years ago. It's worth about $600 now.
Ooh.
Yeah. Only
I'm
spent
jealous of that one.
$48.
I'm jealous of that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's only an 8.0. It's not even like a high grade. I bought that when I was working at UPS.
Do 10s exist?
No. 9.8 is the highest.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get
I have
a...
a bunch of 9.8s.
Yeah,
on the wall.
9.8 is like the official highest, but there are 10s, but it's like nearly like... I think a 9.9 is like...
Creme de la creme.
Yeah.
Jesse's going to the closet.
Jesse's closet.
Shut up. Yeah, 9.8 is the highest, at least what I've seen. But honestly, man, those are... I don't know. Graded comics is such a narrow market. Also, those were like $20 a piece.
I think graded comics, well, at least like the older graded comics, haven't seen like their resurgence in like popularity, like Pokemon cards and all that.
Besides the like massive hitters.
Yeah, I think like in 10 or 15 years, if comics are dying, I think graded comics will be like the next
maybe.
big boom.
Which is why I kept my subscription. I still want to send some in.
I have some I want to send in.
Ooh.
Well, you got to tell me when.
I mean,
And your dad, which I know he's listening right
yeah.
now. We need to put an order in. I know
Yeah.
Navarro
I mean,
has some he wants to
I
send
thought
in.
about buying the old TMNT comics ungraded,
Yeah.
just because they're cheaper, and then you could just grade them. Like I wouldn't care what grade I got.
Yeah.
I just want to.
That's what I
in
did
the
with the old
case.
ones.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're only $18 to grade. They're not even that expensive.
Yeah. Imagine if they ever got like PSA where it's like a
I
year and
know.
a half to get back.
I know.
Absurd. And PSA is not even doing great.
I haven't looked up at their numbers recently, but they've still been a year and a half turnaround. And
What a crazy time to be alive.
I know. $50
That was
a card.
such a weird year.
Yeah, it was. That was horrible.
Weird 2 years. 2020 and 21 were just so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, but we made it through. Yeah, I like the idea of doing graded comics, but I've been pulling back on like doing all that stuff recently. But I did keep the subscription just in case we want to start doing it again.
I mean, if I get a couple, I'll let you know.
All right.
I do want to get some of the last Ronin TMNT series that I.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
Didn't you have one of them?
Yeah, I got the first issue for my
You graded that
birthday in a 9.8.
Why is that? Why is that so popular? That it's RAF, right?
It's not. No, it's like the last. It's like a spin-off of. It's not one of the characters. It's the last like TMNT, like the last Ninja Turtle, but they have all four like kind of
that's
like
cool.
it's like a spin-off kind of.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Because they're still making issues of it.
Yeah,
Like, they're still making
and
a
the
lot of
first
them.
issue that I have is like, I know it used to be like $90 or $100, but now it's
Mhm.
like $2.
You have the first issue?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, I like them. I like having. I don't know. It's something cool about having a stack of like graded comics. You know.
I like graded comics more than cards because you
Yeah.
can display them. Like you can actually hang them on the wall,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they make actual like things where you can put them on the wall, and they're not too big, but they're big enough to where they look like
Mm-hmm.
art pieces
Yeah.
on a
Mhm.
wall.
Yeah.
When you put a card, if you put a card up, it's like that, but a comic's actually.
Yeah.
And the older comics, the Turtle comics, are actually wider and bigger
Mm.
than newer comics are.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. I like the idea of sending stuff in more because I've been buying a lot of older ones lately. The Swamp Thing specifically, so I'd like to grade a couple of them.
Yeah, you have.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, enjoy them. Alan's not making any more.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's sad to say, but I wasn't too attached.
It might be one of those things where he's sick of it now, but maybe in 5 or 10 years he comes back.
And I'll tell you what, now I bet those things are going to be even more hard to find because he's saying that he ain't writing anymore. I didn't know how much he did, but I think he was, I guess, most well known for the Swamp Thing stuff.
Have you seen a picture of him?
No.
He looks like a comic book writer.
Does he? Does he really?
He looks like a hermit.
Long, like curly gray hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Messy
Glasses.
facial hair. It's like this man crawled out from under a rock where
Yeah.
he's been writing comics for the last 30 years,
Yeah.
which I really think he has been doing it since the 80s, I think is what what the article said.
Yeah, he started Swamp Thing in 83 at least. But I know he was known before that. Yeah, I could have guessed.
Oh my goodness.
That's insane.
That's a bit much.
That's like a National Geographic cover.
Looks like you walked straight off the set of Lord of the Rings.
Wow. Yeah, I just finished book 2 and 3 when I was on the cruise. So I'm already at least 24, 25 issues in.
Oh my.
It's been really good, man.
There was a lot of reading that went on.
Yeah, it was. What's it up to?
So this is a variant cover, but it's like 150, 200.
Yeah, that's cool.
You have the variant cover?
Yeah, that's the cover I have. That's not the original cover, but my dad likes to be different with his gifts, so he always gets like...
Well, the variants always get more
Variants.
valuable for some reason, I've noticed.
Well, we'll see.
Which I guess because they make less of them, obviously.
Mhm.
But I would think
Yeah.
I would want the original, but I guess because they're mass produced.
Well, this is the original one.
Something cool about
I like that a
turtles, man.
lot.
Let me
Yeah.
It's got that Japanese sun.
see. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Do either of you know what a ronin is?
Mm-mm.
No.
A samurai without a master.
Did the master pass away? Or did he teach himself?
Could be that they just left the master.
Interesting.
So, not to get too off topic here, but
What's the score?
no, I'm not going to say that. It is tied 42-42, though. But
Just said it.
our boy Robert Kraft got married.
What?
Yeah.
Isn't he like 77?
Man, the man's old.
Wait till you see the woman he married.
Yeah,
Oh,
wait
okay.
till you see
Is
the
this another Hugh
woman.
Hefner situation?
This is...
Is she a fox? Let's see it.
It's just funny that he would... Well, I mean, the man's almost... so good for him, but she's only in it for the money. You can tell.
He likes women. Remember he got busted a few years ago for the
Yeah.
massage parlor deal?
Yeah.
I applauded him for it. Do what you want to do at that age, man. Why is he getting penalized? I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but let the man live his life. He's a multi-billionaire. I mean...
Look how young she is.
The man's zooming in.
The whole team is there.
Tom Brady went.
Look at Tom. He's
Yeah,
back there.
Tom
Yeah, you're
went.
right. Yeah. Why?
I don't know why he got
I see
married.
Randy Moss there.
But, yeah.
Man, there's a lot of
There's a
people
lot of
there.
people who went to that wedding.
I bet.
Was Gronk there?
I don't see him in the photo, at least. Good for him. But why? Why for his sake? Because he's not going to be faithful to her. What's the point of him getting married then? There's got to be something in it for him. Besides,
The man's going to die in 5 years probably, so...
I don't know. He moves around like he's spry.
Well, he must be spry.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised
I would
if
hope
he...
so.
I would be surprised if he lasted more than a year in that marriage.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the point at that. I don't know.
But I was just shocked when I saw it. I was like, wow.
Yeah, like what the heck's going on here?
Jess, have you played any Overwatch since you've been home?
No.
Alabama's up 48-42.
Which I'm assuming I'm behind on the battle pass now. I feel like I'm going to have to catch up. But no, I haven't. I'm probably going to play a good bit tomorrow because tomorrow's my relaxing day of not doing anything.
Relaxing day from vacation?
Yes. What about you, Ash? Have you played Overwatch lately?
Nope.
Why not?
Because when I come home from looking at a screen for 9 hours, I don't want to play Overwatch. Some Overwatch news this week, though. Blizzard says that they're not going to do any rebalancing until December. Let me read some quotes to you, Jess. So, staff has said that they're doing this because they like where their characters are power-wise. Okay? So here's a quote. Quote, while some heroes are performing better than others, and there are differences across player skill levels, we have been happy to see that no hero's overall power level is far out of line with our goals. Each hero currently has a win rate of between 45 and 55%.
I don't believe that for a second.
So they're
I don't
saying the
believe that at
game
all.
is balanced, but from what you guys have seen, is it actually, or is there characters that are actually running away?
Absolutely not.
Who's running away? The new characters?
Two of the new characters specifically. The tank one.
The Junker Queen?
Yes. Is that her name with the shotgun? She's ridiculously
I always
overpowered.
remembered in Overwatch 1 there was always rumors of her, but they actually never made her. So I was surprised to see her in this one.
Yep.
Because they did Junkrat, Roadhog. Those were the only two, right? From
Mhm.
that. And then they did the Jungle Queen.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, she's dominating. Without
But she's a tank, right?
she's a tank.
Weird.
Without playing for a week, I can't quite remember who else was dominating. But I mean, there it was clear. If you played that game, you knew who was dominating. Like if you saw them on the other team, you were like, "Crap, we're screwed." You know? There was definitely certain people. I think Genji got a buff, to be honest.
I do have a question. I know in a lot of games they're in competitive mode. They do where people can ban characters from the game, like for that match.
It's true.
Like Brawl Stars does, you could ban three characters. Does Overwatch do that yet? Where the team can choose to ban?
They did that in the last
3.
game, didn't they? Oh, it was different though. It was every week certain characters were banned.
Yeah.
So you don't pick per
Well,
match.
that's what I was asking because
They didn't do that
Like
in this
during the
game.
match when people are picking, usually the other team can ban certain players from that map that they're playing right
Yeah,
then
they
and there. But
never
they don't
did.
do it that way.
They did that in certain competitive levels.
Okay.
They would do team bans, and then they would do map bans.
Map bans,
Yep.
really?
Yep.
I don't think maps are as big of a deal as character
Well,
bans.
it's so that one team wanted to do control versus 3CP or whatever the other game mode is, where you like push the payload and then you have to capture. You have to capture and then push the payload.
You know what sucks is yesterday I was like, I kind of want to play Overwatch, but
Ash, don't get your hopes
no,
up.
no,
Relax.
no. There's
Relax.
there's nothing getting hopes up.
Yeah, relax.
No, the point I was trying to make is I was
He's
like,
full of crap, just like when he said
No.
he wants to buy a Switch.
no, I'm not full. I was like, I would like to play Overwatch, but then I realized that you can't play Overwatch.
You can't.
Not like he would have done it anyway. Again,
No.
If it was available,
No.
nothing. This story would be end the same.
I always went back and played a round or two, and then I would stop.
He had
again.
half a second of, I would like to play. Never mind.
I don't want to download Overwatch 2, but I would have liked to play Overwatch again.
But you wouldn't have. That's the point.
But I
so
would've.
this was a moot point. You should have never said anything. Driving me nuts.
The point I was making was I
wanna
don't know.
buy a Switch.
I don't know why they banned or they didn't ban, but I don't know why they shut down Overwatch servers.
It made sense why, but they shouldn't have. They don't want to keep up with that amount of servers.
They want everyone on the new game.
They can't handle the freaking new game as it is. Their servers. How are they going to handle twice the amount?
Yep.
That's just the way it is. It's stupid.
But like my Destiny argument when I said they never should have made Destiny 2, they should have just kept updating Destiny 1. They should have just kept updating Overwatch and never made a new game.
Well, if you think about it, that's what they did. They shut down the first Overwatch. They made this one free.
yeah, but
That's what they did at the end of the
But
day.
then-
But the way they rolled it out
yeah,
is why everybody's ripping them apart.
yeah.
They really have taken a massive shift in the game. I mean, going to the free-to-play model, completely changing the structure where there's no longer the levels. You're not grinding to get the, not badges, but anyways, now it's the battle pass that you're grinding for the items. I mean, it's really, the structure of the game has changed a lot.
How many hours do you guys think you played?
0.
Of the new game?
Mm-hmm.
0. I haven't played it yet.
1.
Well, then I guess I can't ask you how you feel about it.
We're completely unqualified to be talking about it. But I thought that...
When it's not, at least not by my fault. I have tried. They won't let me play.
Still have problems?
Well, I haven't.
It should
I
be
just got
fine
back
now.
today. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine now. I'll let you know tomorrow.
I will say this, Jess.
What?
On my PlayStation, I did try to power it up on Sunday. And when I loaded the game, it said, sorry, beta is no longer available. And I was like, wait, what? So I got out of that, and then I clicked on the old Overwatch PS4 version, and I put the disc in, and it loaded right up, but my battle pass wasn't in there. I was like, these idiots. I paid $40 for this battle pass, and now it's not going to show up. So I went to the store. So there's an Overwatch 2 beta, and then there's just an Overwatch 2 game. So you downloaded the beta on mine.
Yeah.
but not Overwatch 2, the game. So I've got to download the actual game.
This game is stupid.
I was going to say you bought the Battle Pass, but you have 0 hours in the game?
Yes.
What in the world?
Hey, I would have hours in the game if we could have played on launch day. But
I didn't ask you guys, how long is the Battle Pass? How many weeks or months?
Jesse knows.
I don't know.
Is it more than a month?
I know that it ends at the beginning of December because they said that the balance changes would roll out at the same time as the beginning of Season 2.
Honestly, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
I would say it's like 8 weeks, Tim.
I don't know how long the average is for most Battle Passes, but how many tiers is it?
60. I'd say 60 days.
How many tiers is it?
80.
So nothing crazy. It's not 100.
It's not crazy. I put an hour into the first game, and I'm at level 9, I think. It's not horrible.
Does the XP go higher, though?
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
I haven't experienced that yet, but the first 10 levels have been 10,000 XP. Also, what does suck, and I forgot to tell you about this, competitive play doesn't give you any more XP than quick play.
That sounds about right.
So as of right now, there's no perk to playing competitive.
Are they still doing seasonal events like Lucio Ball and
I don't know.
Frankenstein? And
I have
all
no
that?
idea.
Oh, it should be time for Halloween. They haven't done anything. I bet they don't do it.
It's going to be...
It's already the 15th. We're literally 2 weeks from Halloween.
Yeah, but remember, they always used to do that. They used to wait until like a week before the actual event.
No. They would have it by now.
So have we seen anything? Any news on it?
Let me see when they did it last
Please.
year.
You can just turn on my Xbox and see if there's a freaking update, like always. I'm going to be honest, I doubt they'll do an event.
They always do events, though.
Yeah, but they can't get their freaking stuff together. I don't think they're going to do a whole event now. I really don't. And it's annoying. It really is. I'm thinking about just giving up on this game completely at this point. It is so fun, but it's just annoying the amount of stuff they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's no event.
So strange. What I'm reading here, this is on Game Rant. Halloween event is going to be October 25th to November the 8th.
What did I tell you? See, they wait until like days before the event, drop it, and then they cut it short.
That's shorter, though.
It's only 2
October
weeks.
25th. That's only 2 weeks. They've been doing it 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see when they did it last year.
Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get it. They take away the good stuff about the game. Everybody looked forward to the events. That's when everybody jumped in. Why not do it for a whole month?
It started on October 12th last year.
So they cut it short by at least a week. I always remember 3 weeks was the event.
Because there was a new skin every week.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be nice to have Trey on next week because he's actually played it.
Has he?
He was telling me Wednesday he was playing with a friend of his, and he's like, it's so much fun.
Awesome.
I need to get you and Jesse on with me. So,
Dude, I'd love to. The question is getting you on a schedule.
yeah, no, man.
Getting you
Trust
nailed
me,
down.
I get it. I
Yeah.
just really don't ever feel like playing games during the week. I get so tired of looking at screens. Another thing I wanted to bring up and kind of see if we can turn this into a conversation. We touched on it already with Overwatch, but so the new Pokemon games are coming out next month. Less than a month, man. We're close.
I got to go check on my pre-order tomorrow.
That Switch is your fully paid pre-order?
A $5 Switch.
I cannot wait to hear the follow-up of the next visit of what they tell you. I just cannot wait.
I'll tell you what, though, being on this trip, I think no matter what, I'm buying an OLED Switch. I love the Switch so much. The fact that you can bring a handheld console onto a cruise and dock it up and play it on a main screen like it's a regular console blew me away every single day.
Yeah.
I'm so sold on this console and I'm not even going to get rid of my old one when I get the OLED. I want to have every generation that they come out with.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. But anyway.
Yeah. Do you think you'll still go for that collector's edition?
The Pokemon one? You mean like retail? Or if it sells out, do I still want it that bad?
If your pre-order works out, are you going to get it?
100%.
Okay.
100%. I mean, like I said, the money's already aside if it works out. So, and I know you're not gonna get it. I'm already sick of you, Tim. I'm already gonna see if I can get the day off of work to try to track one down.
I just sat down.
Listen, this is what happened. I'm sorry, a little side tangent before we get on to Sword and Shield. We're listening to the podcast, me and Savannah, on the way home. And when I left the room last week, and you guys talked about, you were like, update me on your Switch, and you were like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. It's going to be a game time decision. And you said, wait until Jesse hears this next week. And I heard it, and out loud I said, you son of a bitch. I got genuinely angry.
I didn't want Ashton to say anything,
I
but
know,
he did.
and then we ended up talking about it. But, yeah, I'm still going to get it. I know you're not.
I
know
want
you're
it,
not.
but like me and Ashton were talking about yesterday, we keep buying Christmas gifts every week, and then the bank account's dry.
Yeah, but you talked about it about a month ago at this point.
I know.
If you wanted it, you would have been like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. It faded out pretty
not gonna
quick
do it.
because I'm not a gamer.
Yeah, but you were like, even if I don't get a Switch, I'm buying a game. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
That was just me talking.
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah.
I
But
know you.
see, I'm admitting it. I'm not a gamer. I'm changing my mind. It's all hype. That's all
I don't
it
want to
is.
talk about this
I just
anymore.
like buying exclusive things.
I'm getting the Switch. Are you going to get the Switch?
If y'all go, I'll give you money.
If I go. Tim's not going. And even if he does, I'm not going with him.
That's a lie. He'll text me in the morning, and if I say I'm going out, he'll be like, where you at?
Just let me know what happens.
I'll get one for you. So back to your thoughts. We're talking about Sword and Shield.
Why are we talking about Sword and Shield?
Did you stop recording?
No.
Okay. We really didn't get into it. We got sidetracked on the Switch, but
Because you won't buy a Switch, Tim.
Is that what we're talking about? Me not buying a Switch?
and Jesse's saying he's going to buy an OLED and that he's going to keep his older model and he wants to have each console of the generation.
I love the Switch. I think it's my favorite console right
Demand's high on the Switch right
now.
now.
I really am. After playing it this week on the cruise, it blew me away. I was in the Bahamas, sitting on the side of that private island that I sent you guys a picture of, and I was playing the Switch.
So they don't care what you bring on the cruise then?
No.
It doesn't matter what you bring. Okay.
They don't even check your bags for alcohol anymore. That's side tangent. Sword and Shield. It's a big deal.
It's a tie game, 49-49, with 3 minutes left.
I'm glad you're here, Tim. So
You might as well throw it on the big screen. Too.
back to the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
So the new games are coming out next month. Nintendo is ending support for Sword and Shield on November 1st. And I think that this is the most they've supported a game ever. Those two games. They've had competitive battle leagues and have posted rankings for, I think, both country and world. But then there's also been group events where you can only catch certain Pokemon when you're with a group of people. I think it's called the Wild Area. And
wow,
then,
I didn't know that. That's really cool.
And then the, you know how they'll do each generation a certain shtick, where it's some kind of new mechanic or Pokemon form or whatever. Gigantamax was what Sword and Shield was called, where the Pokemon would just get giant.
Right.
So they said that they're going to do one more event that will be on November 1st, and Gigantamax Snorlax is one of the ones in that. But once they do that, that's it. And it's so that when the games get released on the 18th, I'm assuming all the support will go to Scarlet
November
and Violet.
18th?
Yep, November 18th.
So the Switch is coming out 2 weeks before the game?
Yeah, but the
Which I know it doesn't come with it.
it's Nintendo.
But how weird is that?
It's Nintendo.
Yeah, I guess it's not weird when they do it.
So
So now I never knew that they supported Pokemon games that long. Also, I wouldn't know what they supported, but now that you say it with the events and stuff, makes sense. Do you still play it?
no, I've not played it in a long time. I know that Tam played it a good bit, even up until Like back at Christmas last year, he was really grinding it hard.
Yeah, I remember.
Shinies and all this stuff.
He has a shiny Charizard for me.
He's got a lot of shinies.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But it's just this whole thing of these companies can decide to shut servers down, and there's a whole part of this game now that's going to be forever gone, you know?
So the whole game isn't shutting down, right?
No. You can still play the main storyline, but the social and online aspects of it are getting severely cut off.
Yeah, I hate that. I really do.
I just don't like that games are doing that now, where if you're not in it during the span of time that they're supporting it, you can't come in later and
Like it's not like retro games where you can come in 10 years later and play it and have fun.
Yeah.
And what sucks about it is the people are still going to buy the games, so there's no show of, hey, we shouldn't do this because we're going to lose money.
Did you guys hear that GameStop made all their employees destroy all their Overwatch 1 copies because the game was getting shut down?
Their personal copies or the game?
No, GameStop. Like GameStop.
Wow.
Like the company told their employees to just like destroy all their Overwatch 1 copies because they couldn't sell it anymore.
We should have went and bought like a sealed copy or something.
But that's what it's like
good
now.
thing I didn't throw mine away. I was getting close.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't like it because, again, there's no sign of the companies being like, we can't do this. There's no revolt that people are still going to buy them. And they're like, we can just do whatever we want now. Even though we paid 100% of the price when we bought the game, they can pull back the game and you're like, you're not getting your money back. You had your fun.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And I know that, I don't know if it's happened yet or if it has, but I know that the Nintendo 3DS eShop is being shut down. Has it been shut down yet?
I think so.
But it's just sad when those times come where it's like, all right, this is really... I remember when they did that with the Wii.
Or the PSP.
Yeah.
They did that with the PSP too.
Really?
They supported it forever, though. I mean, it was up for so long. But I remember when the Wii lost all of its support, and like that was the end. You couldn't buy anything
shut the
else
lights
on
off,
it.
closing
Yeah,
the door.
exactly.
You just
Like
turn-
it's the death.
So you better have a lot of hard copies.
Yeah, or you have to pay lots of money to get certain things online.
Hack it or whatnot.
Yeah. But
So does that of course I think by nature increases the value of the backwards compatibility of certain consoles, like Xbox doing their, like all the way back from the original Xbox titles, you can still play most of them on the store. But then again, there's the fear of when do they stop supporting all those very, very old titles?
Yeah.
You know? Man, it's weird. It's a weird time that's this stuff starting to happen, which didn't happen within the past 5 to 10 years, you know?
it kind of made me appreciate Arceus more, though, because Arceus has no online connectivity involvement
Which is so
at all.
rare nowadays.
The game will be the exact same in 20 years. As long as you have a Switch, you'll be able to play it. You don't need online for anything.
I think Zelda's the same way. Breath of the Wild. I think that was the same way. Was there any online? I didn't experience any online.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I understand that eventually they have to do that, and the hardcore fans are going to be picking up the new games anyways. It's just the fact that things get killed. And these games have only been out, I think, for 3 years.
Yes.
I think Sword and Shield are 3 years old.
It is annoying, though, like you said, games' life cycles are going down so slim. Like, you have to play day one, and they're usually only like a year and a half.
And especially
timeline.
like if you're not in for the events, a
Yeah.
lot of the stuff you'll never
Yeah.
see again. Crap like that.
Like-
yeah.
Yeah, it's just too short. Like,
Is Destiny shut down? The first Destiny?
no.
When do they shut it down?
You can still play Destiny 1 on the Xbox 360 and PS3. But, well, I think half of the reason is because I think a lot of people still play Destiny 1 over Destiny 2. So,
Well, people were still playing Overwatch.
yeah, but
they
I think
shut it
that's
down.
different because Blizzard is trying to Like, it's technically the same game. They're
trying to get people over.
They're just moving
they're
it
forcing
over.
them.
But think about this: they would have to balance for 6-player games and 5-player games. They can't do one game like you said. Like, there's no way they could do balance for 2 for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC and Switch. I fired up my Switch.
I won't.
Top news story: Overwatch 2.
Coming to
I am not
Switch.
playing this on Switch.
I'm never gonna play
That frame
Overwatch
rate?
2, but I watch people bash on it on YouTube.
Now let me ask you guys this. So if Overwatch from day one said, like right when they announced Overwatch 2, they said we're shutting down Overwatch servers in 2 years when the game drops. It's going to be free to play. Everything's going to transfer over. It's basically going to be a new game. You don't pay for it. Would there be anything to complain about?
Yes. One of the reasons is why do you have to make a whole new game and transfer everything and make it free to play when you can just keep using the same game?
Just keep updating the same game. Well, what do you think about it? After almost 6 years, wouldn't you want a facelift?
The game was dying though, Tim.
And well, it's their fault. The way they updated the game made it die. Also,
he's right.
I don't like the 5v. Well, I don't know if I like the 5v5, but
I like it.
I like the 2-2-2. But that's what I've always played. I've never played 5v5.
Here's my pro and con to it. Con is I don't like only having one tank.
Yeah,
like if I want to be
you're putting more weight on the one tank.
And they didn't balance the tanks enough to carry that weight.
Yeah.
Also, now although the wait times are still very low, all of them are under like probably 6 minutes, but tank is very high because obviously there's only one role. The pro that I like to it is it's less chaotic in the game. So you guys haven't played it yet, so you wouldn't know. It's less just jumbled
nonsense.
Mess.
Like, you cannot compute everything.
And just that one character being taken away, you can actually follow what's going on. It's in a weird way. Because, tanks take up a lot of screen space also. So having 2 of them on, if you're behind both of them, you can't see a lot. So I've noticed it's it's true, man.
The game is such a disaster.
It is. But listen, here's what I'm saying. I want you to play it because I feel like you may have a different mindset. You may have a positive spin on this. It's way less chaotic.
I'm just recalling how chaotic the game
exactly
is.
And playing the game, it's less chaotic.
When you're playing Reinhardt and you're just in the middle
swinging
of
away.
everything, you just hear all these things of like, find the hole and all these ults, and you're like, I cannot move. You just die.
Yeah. And that's why I want you guys to at least play like a couple rounds and get an actual aspect on it.
I don't know what chaotic you guys are talking about.
You cannot deny
I love the 2-2-2.
Listen,
but the game the team fights are crazy.
They're nuts.
They're great.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't say they're bad, but they're crazy.
I never had a complaint about 6v6.
That's also, by the way, why the league has never taken off. Because casual
follow the
people that
game.
do not play the game have no idea what's going on.
Exactly.
And the sportscasters are talking so fast that they can't. It's like, guys.
I love the Overwatch World Cup. I was glued to that every day.
Yeah, because you played the game for years and you know it. They can't get new players or new watchers.
The World Cup was better than the league, I thought.
I love the World Cup.
I don't even
It was-
know.
it
But you
a lot
always
of
know
fun.
who was going to win. It was South Korea. But you
Of
still
course,
loved it.
because even South Korea had players on every single team. Even in Florida.
Team Canada.
I don't know. Maybe, it's just probably because I played day one, but I never had a problem with 6v6.
This is why I wish you literally have nothing to lose. Just download the freaking game and play a match.
No, I already told you why.
You're just stubborn.
I already told you why.
Tim's not doing it.
You're just stubborn.
But I already told you why.
Why?
Because they ruined the game.
I don't remember. You don't know that.
It was a good game.
Okay, but then they restarted.
No.
This is a new game.
No.
And it's free.
No.
You're just stubborn, Tim.
It was.
That's all it is.
It was the best it was.
You don't know
What
that.
year is this? 2022.
You don't know that. You stopped
5 years
playing.
ago?
You stopped playing.
6
You don't
years
know.
ago.
He's nuts.
You would have known if you played when I told you to play, but he didn't.
Again, I don't care. I'm not saying it's the best it's ever been right now. You don't know it's the best it's ever been 3 years ago because you stopped playing. You would know if you're going to enjoy it today.
I watched.
Doesn't matter. You're not playing.
I don't want to.
It's different now.
I don't want to though.
It's
They've turned it off on me.
Okay. I wish you just give it a shot.
They've turned him off.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I purchased the game 3 times on the first one.
That's nobody's fault but your own.
I know.
You have to live with that.
I mean, I don't mind it, but I'm saying I wouldn't play it free to play now.
That doesn't make any sense.
I have no time in the day.
Oh, stop it. All you have is time.
I think all you have is time. Home by 3 o'clock, working 3.5 days a week.
Tim, you have time. You have time.
I work 55 hours a week.
Don't say you don't have time.
I don't.
You do.
When?
You get off at 5 o'clock.
I get off at 5, yeah, and I
Yeah.
get home at 5:45.
Yeah, and you choose to go to sleep at like 8 o'clock.
I wake up at 4.
Doesn't matter. You don't have to go to bed at 8.
To get 8 hours of sleep, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes.
No. You don't get up at 4. Why do you get up at 4?
I get up at 4 because I have to be at work at 6.
You don't need 8 hours. You're fine with 7. But what are you doing with those 3 hours?
2.
3. 5 to 8. It's 3 hours.
Huh?
And again, you don't go to bed at 8 o'clock every night. 'Cause
No.
Sometimes you're
No.
texting me at 10.
No,
So
I don't go to bed at 8.
Don't
but
act like you have a hard out at 8 o'clock.
I get home at 5:45. Wait, what time did I say?
5.
I get off at work at 5.
You get off at 5. Get home,
Get home at
5:30.
5:30, 5:45.
Mhm.
Shower, eat.
Have your beer, your shower beer.
Jake texted me this morning. He said, Jesse and Ashton have never heard of a shower beer. I said,
Don't-
I know.
Don't.
Wait, let me show you the text.
It's not a normal thing. Okay? People who drink a lot
Look at the
make it a
text.
normal thing. Guy's ridiculous. Have Jesse and Ashton never had a shower beer?
I cracked up.
He said Tim said it's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's not a normal thing, okay? You just these niche people who make it up and then be like, everybody does it. It's not. It's not normal.
Either way, I only have 3 hours to enjoy myself at nighttime, and I don't want to have heartache.
Then that's what
by
you say.
Overwatch
You
2.
don't want to. Don't say you don't have time, because you have time.
3 hours isn't a lot of time.
You have time, though. One match takes 15 minutes.
But how long does it take to find a match?
Less than 3, if the servers are working.
I don't believe I don't believe it's 3 minutes.
I just don't like when you say I don't have time, because all you have is time.
I do not have all the time.
You have time. You have time to play Overwatch. You choose not to.
I
So
have-
say I don't want to.
I have some time, but
Just
I know
say you
I
don't
know
want
people
to.
in my life who have more time than I do.
Just say you don't want to.
Both.
Don't say you don't have time, because you have time.
I have nothing else to say about
You
this.
got nothing else to say? Okay, yeah. Well, I'm going to
I
be
do
playing.
have to say, though, Alabama missed a field goal to win the game, so it's going into overtime.
They're still gonna win. You need to stop.
The game
updating
never
this.
ends.
They're gonna win.
So I'm going to be playing the new game next month.
Next month?
It's going to be coming
Pokemon.
out.
That was talking about Overwatch.
It's going to be coming out just in time for Thanksgiving, but I think I'm literally going to only have Thanksgiving Day off. So it might have to be the weekend of Thanksgiving.
That's rough.
That sucks. Well, we do the same though.
No, I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
All you have is time.
I always get Black Friday off,
Must be nice.
and I get paid for it.
Must be nice.
Mm.
Keep rubbing it in.
I don't want to hear from you. You get triple pay.
I was hoping you were gonna forget that.
I don't forget that.
That sucks, man. Because you're used to having a Wednesday through Friday, right?
Yeah.
Is it just a first year thing?
Do it next year.
There you go.
I don't have the vacation accrued,
Yeah.
but I'll be good.
But would you say that your move to this job is better?
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I really needed a switch, and now that
OLED?
I'm in it, I can really see it. So yeah. Are y'all doing anything for Thanksgiving? Are you going to stay in town,
I'll be in town for Thanksgiving.
Tim? Okay.
What about Christmas? You gonna be here?
Probably not.
When are we doing the Christmas episode then?
Just took a whirlwind of emotion.
Christmas is on a Sunday.
Let's not get too riled up, though. All right, Jess. We don't want to get you too
All
upset.
right, just forget the question. He
Yeah,
doesn't
we'll
look happy about it.
we'll come back
So-
to it in a different time. But
I'm jazzed up for the holidays.
I'm really excited for the
When are we
holidays.
building that Christmas tree?
I've been doing. I texted you back today. I don't want to do it if if we can avoid it, I don't want to do it before Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
I want it to be Christmas is in our sights, and we're building the tree. We've got music playing.
Hey, what about the weekend of Thanksgiving? Maybe Saturday or
The weekend of Thanksgiving. I don't see a problem with that. I will say this. My family almost always does like a collective Christmas tree dressing on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So it might have to be the Sunday.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fine with me. We can do that. In breaking news, Tennessee just beat Alabama. Is that what you're telling us right now?
That's what it looks like. And I'm trying to... Okay, so...
I've never seen a field with so many people on it before.
Okay, yeah.
What happened?
They kicked a game-winning field goal
So I guess
as time expired.
Oh, did it didn't go into overtime?
No, I thought they did, but they didn't.
Whoa.
That is awesome.
That's cause for celebration.
Yeah. So they won...
And a high-scoring game, too.
45-42.
No, 52-49.
Good grief.
Wow.
So all touchdowns until that field goal.
Yes.
Wow.
Good for them.
Yeah,
You think-
52-49.
You think Alabama will drop like 2 spots?
Fantastic.
One
well, they've
spot,
got to at
maybe?
least drop to 6.
I don't think they'll drop to 6.
I would say if Clemson wins tonight, they're number 4. If Clemson wins tonight, they'll go to at least 5. Because
That I can see. You're
Tennessee is going to jump. Clemson will stay number 4 probably. So Tennessee will probably be 5 or 4. And then Alabama will probably be 5 or 6.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm excited for that.
I'm glad something went well this weekend. Braves are out.
right. That does suck. I
Bull-
feel that
I'm sure the
sucks.
Bulldogs just had their way with Vanderbilt.
Oh, yeah. It was 48-0 when I last looked.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Vanderbilt just does not have a good team.
Wow.
It was... What? Oh, 55-0 was the final score.
Yeah.
Georgia should stay number 1. Should. But I could see Tennessee getting into the top 4 because they're number 6.
Yeah.
So, as long as Alabama's not in the top 4. Jess,
Yes.
I am on the edge of my seat
Well,
waiting for you to tell us because you said you had a big old Lego purchase.
You did say big.
And listen, a Lego purchase is like small, but you put big in front of it. So that means it was at least...
I feel like I'm going to let you down.
Did you use big willy-nilly?
Yeah.
No. It's big, but not Tim big.
No. Keep talking.
I can't tell you how much I spent. Maybe you can guess.
Tell us what set it was.
No, tell us the price.
$350.
That's a big purchase.
Yeah, that's a big purchase.
Well, but he threw out the Razor Crest at $600.
But you didn't say anything.
No, I didn't. Because I didn't. I felt
Was it the
disappointed.
Disney castle?
Yeah.
You bought the Disney castle?
Yeah. See, I told you he was going to be disappointed. The reason why I did it,
I know
almost
why
I
you
almost
did
bought
it.
Bowser. Bowser was in my cart because the Disney's retiring.
Yeah, I knew that's why you did it.
Yeah. It's still an epic.
It's a cool
Epic
set,
set.
but it's not you.
It's not me, but that's why I don't think I'm going to build it. I think I'm and the reason why I ordered it instead of waiting until Savannah goes is because now I have a shipping box with it. I'm thinking about just getting it and keeping it sealed.
I mean, that's probably what you will do.
Yeah, probably. And it's coming in tomorrow. I was hoping it was going to
You
be
get
here
off
today.
Lego?
Mm-hmm. And another reason why is when they announced it was retiring, it went out of stock. And when I just happened to look on a random day, it was back in stock, and I ordered it, and then it was back out of stock later that day. So I think it's a good sign.
Here's the question. I know you're not going to build it, and I know you bought it for resale purposes, but like we talked about, it's such a big set. What is your price that you would want to sell it, ship it, and get it out of here? Because realistically, if it was going for $500 or $600, that wouldn't be worth selling it.
I was going to say 7. 7's my number, which is not out of the realm of possibility.
No.
Because that is one of the... If any Disney collector, any Lego collector, that is the set to have. There's never been a set that massive by Disney. It has
Yeah.
all the major characters in it. Disney, Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Tinkerbell, all of them. Didn't Zach buy that set? Doesn't he have that set?
Zach just shocks me continuously.
I think he has the Disney set.
So you guys talk
The man
about,
has deeper coffers than you do.
you.
I think he's got multiple closets just filled with stuff.
So Zach is a big
Yeah.
Pokemon collector, but he's also a Lego collector, right?
And a Funko Pop
And a
collector. The
pop
man's
collector.
got entire tables.
I know he has the big, what's that ship called? The gunship from Star Wars.
Oh, he has that one?
You said he had it.
The one from the Clone Wars, isn't
yeah,
it?
the Clone
Gunship.
Wars. The
He
gunship.
might. Now that you say that,
He does.
might be right.
So what other Lego sets does he has big sets?
I don't know. I don't think he's as big of a Lego collector as you think. I think he sees random big sets and
I
buys
wouldn't
them.
be surprised if he was.
But he builds them with his kid. That's the thing. I think he builds them.
That's the excuse he uses.
Yeah, that's true.
No, he really does. He does do it with Ben. That's got to be really cool.
Yeah. Same with the Pokemon stuff. Everything he opens, most of what he opens is with Ben. I think he does have the Disney castle because I think he got it because Katie was into it. I think they both went in on it.
Yeah.
But still, that's what I got. What do you want?
Yeah, it's
What's going on behind
It's
the
good.
scenes here? What are you showing? What?
None of your business.
Can you believe that?
That's a sign.
That's a sign.
I'm not a fan.
But does it bother you that for like $200 more you could have got a cool Star Wars
No,
Lego?
I didn't want it. I would have rather, if I had to pick which one to buy and build.
Even though it's also retiring?
Which one? Oh, you're talking about the
Star
Star Destroyer?
Destroyer.
No, I can care less about that set. I don't know why you guys keep pushing that set on me.
Well,
It's massive. It's just a big triangle.
I know, but it's Star Wars.
Doesn't matter.
It's
just
iconic.
I have that. Nothing compares to that.
More of a reason.
No. Where am I going to put that other one if I get it?
Pick your spot.
No. There's not enough room.
You got a whole house.
No. I don't know why you guys keep pawning the Star Destroyer off on me.
Me
I
and
think it's
Ashton
a
were
boring
just talking
set.
about this yesterday.
What? What
How
are you talking about
you have
behind
a
me
whole
back
house.
while I'm out of the freaking country? I don't have a whole house. I have this room. This is all I get.
Which is bigger than anything we have.
It doesn't matter until you have your own place. We're at different points in our lives, guys.
But you can put it anywhere you want.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not getting into this again. I don't want to. I don't want that freaking set.
Okay.
I don't want it. And plus, it's double the price of what I paid.
Not double, but
It is. It's $700.
I thought it was $6.
It's $7. Price bump.
That stupid price bump.
I
It's
know.
the same set.
I know.
They didn't
Didn't cost them any more.
because you know what was pissing me off about those Lego sets that you sent me today? It was still more expensive than the price it was before the price bump.
Well, not the Optimus Prime.
So even the sale though, because wasn't the Sonic set like $60 or $55 before the price bump?
Yeah.
So even the sale
It
was
was
still
60.
it was still more expensive.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
these
I already
sales are
got
stupid.
Jake's set, so side note though, I guess my mom's listening to the last podcast and she's just texted me, said, I can't believe you don't like The Godfather.
I told you, I was blown away when you said that because you never said a bad thing about the movie when we were watching it or after. You were happy we did it.
Yeah, I was, but I would never do it again.
That doesn't mean you didn't like the movie. That just means it was a big commitment to
I
watching
liked
it.
the first one more than the second one. The second one was hard to watch.
I fell asleep in that one, so I didn't even watch it.
But yeah,
Sorry I disappointed you in my Lego set.
It wasn't a.
I was happy
I saw
with
it coming
And I got double XP
because
points for it.
you did talk about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It was on your mind a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I guarantee you, like I said, you could probably sell the minifigs in 2 or 3 years and get most of your money back compared to selling the Lego.
Well, that I don't agree with only because they sold the minifigs in those mystery poly bags.
Oh, the same ones?
Yeah, they're not exclusive.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what ruined it. Like besides like Tinkerbell, there's a certain few.
I thought that was the exclusive set.
It was before they did that stupid mystery thing.
I did it, Ash.
Good for you.
What did you just buy?
Don't worry about it.
You bought something for Christmas, didn't you? What'd you do?
It's getting here in 4 days.
So it's on Prime. Did you buy the Abbott and Costello collection?
No, I didn't buy it for you.
What?
I didn't buy anything for you.
You're full of crap because you just showed him and he said, interesting. And he wouldn't show me.
Don't worry about
And
it.
then you just made a purchase.
Anyway.
It has something to do with Lego, I guess.
The Lego set.
Interesting.
Did I tell you Jake bought a Lego yesterday or 2 days ago?
Don't distract me.
So
No, you want to hear this?
So
he didn't buy the Bowser, did he?
No, he didn't buy the Bowser, but he wanted to. It's at Target, you know.
I know.
So so 2 days ago he comes home because he stays up all night. He comes home from Target at like 8:45, 9 o'clock. He's off that night, so he comes home. He has a 12-pack of Corona.
Did he get the block?
No, damn it! And he got the succulent Lego set.
Oh my god!
Of all the flowers.
He's such a weirdo.
And he says, "This is my night tonight. I got Coronas and a Lego." I wake up the next morning, and
it's not built.
No, it is. But he drank 6 Coronas
and built a Lego.
and built a
You
Lego.
know what? That sounds awesome, though. That sounds like a fun night. That is so funny. This is my night.
Man's pounding down beers while building a succulent
That's hilarious.
flower Lego set.
That's what I expect us to do when we're building the tree. Just pour a Christmas cocktail and build a Christmas tree. That is so funny.
And then what's even better is I come home yesterday after we go to Texas Roadhouse. I wanted to send you a picture, but I didn't. I forgot. Jasmine came home and bought a 12-pack of Corona cans. So there was a 12-pack of Corona bottles and a 12-pack of Corona cans in the fridge, as if one wasn't enough.
Jarica's in the Coronas, man.
Yeah, they know how to live.
Oh, man.
I made another Lego purchase today, but it wasn't for me. I bought Gia and Charlie their first Legos
Ooh,
for Christmas.
nice.
They're little. I didn't even know they did this. They make like little floaties for the tub,
Mhm.
and they're like Legos. They're like big blocks you can put together.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How do you keep up with all the people you have to buy for?
It's near impossible.
Do you have a list?
I have a list
that
in
you
my
check
notes.
off?
I have a notes tab.
Yeah. Okay.
I keep notes year round of people I hear. Like,
Yeah.
I would
I
like
just
that.
check it off as I do it,
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
which I can just check off another one.
which I'll say I've had yours in there since probably like January 4th.
January 4th.
I don't even know what it is.
Good grief.
I keep year round. And even if I don't buy that gift that year, I keep it in there. Yeah. I don't like being one of those people that are just like, here's a gift card. Or here's bath bombs.
I don't like being that guy for people that I actually care about.
Right.
But if it's like a random person, I'm like, yeah, here's a gift card.
My sister-in-law explicitly asked for bath bombs
Oh,
last
God.
year.
I'm sorry.
I was like, hey, what
She's not going to listen.
would you? No. What would you like for Christmas? Well, I really like bath bombs.
Oh, my
I'm
gosh.
like, okay.
Good for you.
Listen, I meant to tell you this. So when we wrapped up rehearsal on Wednesday, I was packing my stuff up,
Mhm.
and I was talking to Melody and Richard, and I had a Lacoste shirt on from work, and they both were making comments about Lacoste once being called Izod when they were in school,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
apparently,
didn't know that was the same company. I
yeah,
didn't know that.
and apparently the rich kids wore Izod, and then Melody said the poor kids wore shirts with ponies on them, but it's not polo, it's something else
Yeah.
that you get at Walmart or something. So anyway, I'm talking to them, and then I hear Maddie on the other side of the stage just shout out, Ashton does a podcast?
Oh, no. Was Trey talking to him? Or was it Jules?
And immediately Scott says, Ashton does a podcast.
Oh, no.
Jesse, there is at least 10 to 12 people on the stage, and immediately everyone's attention turns on me.
Oh, no. How'd you explain your way out of it?
It was Jules.
Yeah, I knew it.
So, anyway, everyone was asking me, like,
Yeah.
what's the show? What's it called? What do you talk about?
Yeah.
Who's on it? How long is it?
Oh, no.
And and apparently Juliana, like, pulled up the picture, and Maddie's like, oh, their photo's so cool.
She obviously didn't see me lighting up a cigar inside the house.
So, anyway, I like made my way over to the end of the stage, and Scott is like talking to me the entire time about it, and he's like, "What is this show called?" And so I told him, and he said, "Are you on iTunes or Spotify?" So we're on both.
We're on both, brother.
He said, "Well, man, when I do my runs tomorrow, I'm gonna pull this up.
No.
Nowhere to be.
No.
I said, "Now, Scott, listen now."
What'd you
So
tell
you
him?
know when you watch a TV show and you watch the first season, you're like, that just wasn't very good. I'm like, we're still trying to catch our stride now.
Yeah.
But he may very well be listening right now. But anyway, just wanted to let you know that.
If he makes it that long, I'm gonna be very impressed. Oh, that's funny.
I don't know who it is, but it sounds funny.
Scott's good people. They're all good people, but Scott's awesome.
I was cracking up when he told me yesterday because it's like everybody turned to him and he was just like,
I mean, you would have thought.
And
I told
you
him
had to
I was-
answer alone for it because you were the only
Yeah,
one
there was no one else
not
there.
me. Yeah.
And Trey's over on the side, like,
I'm gonna be honest. They're not gonna listen to a 3-hour show of us just talking.
no. When I told him that they were between 3 and 3.5 hours, someone audibly said, "Whoa."
Yeah, that's what everybody says, and honestly, I like it. It keeps the ne'er-do-wells away.
you have to really be a fan to get through 3 hours.
A fan of just us three.
yeah,
too.
a fan.
Just friends.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Thank you, Russ. Thank you, Trey. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, Trey and Russ.
Everybody.
But yeah, that was. You would have thought someone had just said Ashton's on American Idol. You know.
Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah, that's funny.
But anyways, I'm excited to have Trey on next week.
Yeah,
That should be fun.
I'm going to have to brush up on my RuneScape, aren't I?
Yeah, Trey's a grizzled Destiny veteran. He's played Overwatch for many, many years.
I can throw down some Destiny 1 talk.
The video game talk's going to be real.
I think it's gonna be most of the episode. It's gonna be music and video
the
games.
sports talk's going to be real.
Mm-hmm.
Like Trey doesn't just talk a big game. The man actually knows his stuff. So
That's why I'm glad
If-
we're doing it in the morning.
If Trey is
Get some
listening
time.
right now,
he is.
I want him to, if he has time,
Okay.
I want him to go on YouTube and watch a RuneScape content creator called Settled and watch the Tile Man episodes
Mm-hmm.
of him doing a hard lock on the RuneScape map and only being limited to certain tiles he unlocks in the game.
I wouldn't be surprised if he texted us on like Tuesday or Wednesday. He'd
There's
be like,
only-
I know all about that guy.
There's only like 6 or 7 episodes out. He only puts out an episode every 2 weeks because it takes so long to make. But
Mm-hmm.
they're worth watching.
I agree. There.
I'll make sure on Wednesday that he's heard this,
Mm-hmm.
and if not, I'll tell him make sure that he watches.
I am a big fan if I can talk some old school RuneScape with somebody.
He's the guy. He's got a 10-year cape.
And you'll know what that is because I don't.
I do, yeah.
I
I
didn't
would have
even
had
know.
it a couple of times if I didn't get banned for certain accounts for getting hacked.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't get into that.
Yeah, we don't have to. Well, we're at 2 hours and 42 minutes.
242.
Yeah.
Is this a good stopping point?
Sure.
I got to tell y'all. I'm sure you heard it today. The ending last week was a riot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just the
Don't
music.
get me started on it.
The music fades in, and Tim's like, "What do you mean?"
I'm out of here. Yeah. Yeah.
Getting mad at us for going out to dinner when he's on a cruise for 6 days.
That's the level of FOMO I deal with on a daily basis, Tim. That's the problem I have.
well, you're back now. In
Yeah,
the
I got
real
nowhere to go
world.
anymore. No more vacations.
No more for at least 2 months, right?
At least 5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to the cabin in 4.
Did we actually settle on a
miscounted.
date or a month?
We did. Actually, yeah, I wanted to get with you guys after this.
Okay, that's fine.
I want to nail the date down if we can, and then I'll book it whenever I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
No.
Is it whenever you can because of money?
No.
Okay.
Just whenever I get around to it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
You're the worst. Stop talking about money. This is the worst.
Wait. Okay. So, I'm gonna take some notes because there's some other things I want to talk about afterwards too. So, yeah, we'll be on vacation in like 4 months, and I can't wait for that. I'm gonna stop talking.
Cool.
That's all you had to tell us.
The only thing I have to
trim
say,
all that out. That was nothing.
the only thing I have to say is I hope the Yankees win tonight. They're playing right now. It's still 0-0.
Go Yankees.
Go Yanks. I pray to God they win. Other than that, I have nothing else to say except I enjoy this podcast every weekend. I'm glad that we did it today, even though Jesse got back from his cruise about 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jess.
Yeah. We appreciate you fitting us into your schedule.
It's good to be here.
Yep. Belgium, we love you.